Let's get nasty on a Wednesday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. 201 Your Time Check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. The Cardinals 2026 season, we know the expectations aren't high for the group, but I also feel like the front office, with it being new, we've got a, I don't know, it's a bit of a fresh perspective, right? I don't know if hope's high or anything like that, but it just feels a little different.
Does it?
You don't expect them to contend, but...
Did we expect last year?
No.
Okay.
But last year felt worse.
They told us to contend, right? Yeah, we can do it. Didn't they tell us they were going to be there?
Probably. They've been lying to us for years.
Good point.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at least now we can play the what-if game, you know? Mm-hmm. Guys, I'm going to ask you to be the biggest optimist that you can for the next, 10 minutes. All right?
Jamie, he's talking to you, man.
I thought he was talking to himself.
I was talking to all of you guys.
He's talking to you, Jamie.
Let's play the what-if game for the Cardinals 2026.
I like this game. Let's go.
Do you?
What would be your biggest what-if for the Cardinals? For example, what if the pitching staff significantly outperformed its projections?
Ooh, good answer, good answer, good answer, good answer, good answer.
It's a different game. No, different game, guys.
Okay,
Different game.
right.
Oh, Still love your passion. Then the Cardinals may be one of the last wildcard teams.
I got one for you.
Okay.
He didn't like that one.
No, I didn't. No, he's playing the game.
I'm playing the game. What if
Oh, gosh.
Lars Nootbaar stays healthy and plays 155 games?
He'd have to.
This is my what if, not yours.
Yeah, but he's not going to.
He can miss the first few and have a
Not
streak.
many.
Yeah,
He missed about a week.
That's all you need. He's locked in. What if that happens?
Carey, I'm looking at the sheet right here. It says this preferably would be something that is somewhat realistic.
Somewhat.
Oh, so all right. So
Somewhat.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. He's probably not. He probably won't play for
You hush your mouth.
maybe the first month.
If he gets
hush
90
your mouth.
games in, we'll be great, guys.
Come on, man.
Be real here.
Okay, so we'll play it out then. What if?
What if he does? I mean, I think
What happens?
he's an all-star. He's probably
All-star.
yeah, he's an all-star. He's probably top 5 in MVP voting. I'm basing this off the numbers that Anthony told me about. He told me that his numbers say he's equivalent to Aaron Judge, Shohei, and
Mike Trout.
Juan Soto and Mike Trout.
We all saw
and
the
Willie
graphics.
Mays.
Wasn't that like 2 years ago?
It was last year.
It was last year.
No way.
Marcia carries over.
It was last year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was last year.
Yeah.
It last year was long. If
Yeah.
you know, it's
So
going on,
You don't have
Jamie.
to remind
if he's
me.
healthy, what if he's healthy for 150? Give you 150 games. Maybe 155 was a lot. 150 games.
Oh, it's way different.
Give you
No
2
lot.
weeks. Give you 2 weeks.
Man.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks off.
5 games
Most
in
jobs
5
give you 2
days.
weeks, you know? 2 weeks.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
No, that's a great answer,
Top
Carey.
5 MVP voting.
Great answer. Good answer.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie likes it.
Show us Lars Nootbaar healthy. Survey says.
What if Ivan Herrera is able to throw the ball second base?
What are we doing?
Okay. Just making a mockery. They're just making.
you want me to go,
Yes,
Anthony?
I would. They're
How
just
good
making a
can he
mockery
be?
of it.
I thought this is not the game.
What?
Is this not the game?
I mean, it is ish.
It's what
I'm
if.
reading the sheet. It says something that's somewhat possible. He hasn't been able to do it. He had surgery.
Showmouth's done.
He had
What
this
do you
little
got?
bursa sac manipulated.
About to manipulate your bursa sack.
Hands are freezing.
All right, what if the Cardinals had multiple 20 home run hitters on this team? What does that look like with a lineup that has some pop in it? What does that look like?
Who are your guys?
I think Alec Burleson could get there.
Okay.
Ivan Herrera could get there.
Yeah.
I would say Gorman.
Gorman could.
Or
Correct.
I mean, home run day,
I think
Gorman
Walker
and
has the
Herrera.
ability. I think Walker
You
could
said
have.
Herrera already.
Yeah, Herrera.
Well, no, I'm just saying. Those are the only
So
two
4
for me.
I
guys?
get confused. If you say the same name twice, we count it twice.
Oh, yeah.
And
No,
I'm like,
no,
oh,
there's
that's
not,
6.
There's not 2 Herreras on the team.
Not yet.
His brother,
Ben Herrera.
The guy who
Right, for
voted
the
for him
right.
is one of the best catchers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that would make more sense given the list that we had yesterday, where it doesn't value any defense, according to Carey.
Yeah, it doesn't.
That would make sense with Ivan Herrera being a top 10 catcher.
Yeah, but I said, what if he could throw it to second? He just got better. Now he's an all-around player.
That was a different list, Marsh.
You're right.
Same idea, though.
Anyways.
Marsh gets it.
Anyways, okay, so we said Herrera, Burleson, Gorman could get there. I think Walker could get there. I think those guys have the ability to hit
He hits the
20
ball
home
hard
runs.
enough.
You got 3?
Or 4 now.
4? Is there anybody else that you think could?
Even if I had 5, my last finger doesn't count.
Stuck.
Like Mason Wynn has a little bit of pop. Not saying he can get to 20. He's probably somewhere between like 12 to 17.
Poso has a better chance.
Poso
would have to play enough
He'd have to
games.
play.
He's going to be your DH.
Yeah.
First baseman. Look at that guy. He's built like a first baseman.
What about J.J. Weatherholt? What are you expecting pop-wise from J.J. Weatherholt this year?
I think I think in the 5 to 7 range would be fantastic.
He doesn't really profile as a power hitter. He's a heck of a hitter. He's like a doubles guy.
I'll give you another one. If Thomas Sajasi is your starting left fielder, why not him? If you poo-pooed on my Lars Nootbaar playing 150 games.
Actually, Lars Nootbaar would be the other guy that could hit 20.
150 games.
If he plays all the 95 games, that's going to be tough.
If not, I would say Thomas Sajasi. You could put him in there. If he's playing every day.
20 plus?
If he's playing every day.
Guys, I asked what if. I didn't say get hammered and then start saying stuff.
Thank you, Anthony.
You know?
I saw Carey. He was
What are we doing here?
over-serving himself earlier.
You guys don't believe?
Mushroom coffee, as he calls
He's
it.
number 25. We've seen number 25 hit home runs before.
Okay,
Marsh
there's
gets
Mark
it.
McGuire. He was on a lot of stakes. You know?
I think Nootbaar's your last guy on that list, depending on how many games he plays.
Right.
He's the only guy that profiles that'd be able to do that.
Anyways, going back to the pop conversation, what does this lineup look like if they can add some pop to it? Do you think it changes much?
The consistent pop, yeah, absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you have guys that, if you have multiple guys that can hit 20 plus, I don't know if the Cardinals do. In fact, I don't think they do. Then it certainly lengthens your lineup. I don't know how the pitching is in that scenario, Marsh.
Well,
so.
you just outlined it. What if the pitching pitches better than what they're projected to do? We add some pop. Next thing you know, we got about 80 wins.
I mean, that would be pretty good.
Next thing you know, you're winning the division. Heard it here first. Man, this is the what if game.
You know what, Karen? When they do win
What
the
if-
division,
okay,
we're gonna come
I
back to
think
this
I got the
moment.
game.
You were
I
the
got the
guy that
game.
believed in them.
What if
I want to hear Carey.
they do Anthony's thing and the pitching staff does what was your give it to me again? What if
Significantly outperforms its projections.
significantly outperformed? What if they significantly outperform their projections? And what if you have 5 guys hit over 20 home runs? What do you got?
Probably a wild card team.
Division winner.
What about the defensive side, Carey? I know you don't value defense.
No, that's Anthony that doesn't value defense.
I love
He doesn't
defense.
care about it. Metrics say
He didn't bring it up, though.
metrics say if you hit the ball hard, that makes you a good baseball player. Doesn't matter about you playing defense.
Makes you a hard ball hitter.
Yeah, hard ball hitter.
Yeah.
Why don't you do both, like Bobby Wood Jr.?
Man, well, not everybody can.
Good
Which is
point,
why
Carey.
not everybody's in the top 10 list. Something like that.
Not everybody can win a
Pissed
gold
me
glove.
off today,
Not
Carey.
everybody can win
I'll
a
let
gold
you have
glove
your moment
either.
yesterday.
Not everyone can win a gold glove.
With your straw man.
It showed,
With your
it
straw
showed
man
last
BS.
year. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, a gold glove's a gold glove,
A gold
Anthony.
glove is a gold glove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't need to hear from
And
you.
you put
either.
the offense on a
Okay.
in the top 10 spot, and you put the defense down here at 2.
Carey, hang on. I got my phone here.
Yeah. What you got?
We're going to call Ozzy and
See if he
ask him what he thinks of
what he-
Anthony devaluing his gold
Man.
gloves.
I have not devalued any
He
gold
walked in the
gloves.
room and saw those
Hang on.
gold gloves and said,
Nor have I said that defense
anyone
doesn't
can
matter.
get those.
Hey, Ozzy, how you doing? Jamie Rivers here. Yeah, remember we were at the your wellness center and we were talking about those gold gloves that you have in the lobby and we talked about how beautiful they are and how hard they were to earn and how much pride you took in those? Anthony Stalter says that it's a straw man thing and that defense sucks.
Carey.
Hello, Ozzy? I think he's on his way down here.
What if we had a conversation of I don't know, top 10 dual threat quarterbacks of all time?
Okay.
You know?
Dual
Or
citizen?
5 dual
Like
threat.
Doug Flutie?
No, dual threat.
threat.
Like
Do
Doug
5.
Flutie.
Who's your top 5 dual threat QBs of all time?
I would say Michael Vick. I would go Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton,
Randall Cunningham?
Randall Cunningham. I got to find a spot for Steve Young. I didn't see Fran Tarkenton play, so I got to go with the guys I saw play.
So there
Steve
you
Young.
go. Yeah. What is your deal with Tom Brady? He's won multiple Super Bowls.
I don't have an issue
You don't
with Tom
value
Brady.
project. You don't value
ever seen
anybody
that
that
guy
can
move?
win.
He's
Can
efficient.
win
No, I
in
think
the
he's-
pocket.
I don't
Carey
think he's the best quarterback.
Carey doesn't
I don't think
care
he's the best quarterback
about
ever.
Super Bowl winning
But your guy
quarterbacks.
isn't very
You
mobile.
know what?
I don't
Good-
think he's
good
the best
point.
quarterback
Peyton
ever.
Manning. Peyton Manning won an
Hell of a
MVP.
quarterback.
Doesn't care about MVPs,
No, he
Marsh,
won 5 of them.
at all.
He won 5 of
You
them.
win multiple MVPs.
he was the best.
Apparently, you're not good enough.
You win a Gold Glove.
You
it
don't-
means you're the best.
You don't
You know what I
value.
mean? You win
pocket
a Gold
quarterbacks.
Glove. It
Marsh,
means you're the
Is
best.
this what you were thinking earlier
You know what I
for
mean?
this one?
I didn't come up with this.
This isn't
Anthony did.
yours?
This is Anthony's
Oh,
baby.
that's why. He's all
Why
mad.
don't we do Jamie? Top 5 goal scorers of all time. What do you got? In hockey.
Ovi,
Yeah, great.
Gretzky,
Makes sense.
Yager, Hully. Who else would you? Dion, Marcel Dion.
Sanders?
Doesn't value defense.
Should be.
Oh.
Could be.
Doesn't value defense in hockey.
Not a two-way player, I guess. Those guys aren't.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You see that, Marsh? Doesn't value defense
their
at all.
defensive-
And the guy played defense
You asked
as well.
for the top goal scorers.
Whoa. Check their...
As well as
Carey,
did I?
You didn't ask for the top quarterbacks.
Oh, did I?
You didn't ask me the best quarterbacks. You asked me the best
Marshy.
A very
Shut the
specific
mics off
thing.
for a second.
Huh? Did I ask that?
Just for a second.
best shortstop. You got to equate.
What did
You
I
got
do?
to
Did I
add
take
the
it sideways?
defense.
I've got a rebuttal for Anthony here. Anthony?
Yeah.
Based on the fact that you said that those guys that I just named don't care about defense at
No,
all?
you don't care about
No,
defense.
I didn't say that. You asked me who the top 5 scorers are. You didn't say, do I care about defense or offense?
There
I
you
gave
go.
you the top 5 scores. Can we also check out their defensive metrics, meaning how often they have the puck in a dangerous area as opposed to the opposition, plus, minus. We don't like that stat, but it is a stat that they've used for a long time now.
Sure.
Why don't you check out the top plus, minus players in the history of the game?
All right, why don't you
They're
check
probably
out
all with the top scores.
Hey, how about this? Top
you
5,
check it out,
top
Anthony?
5 NHL players of all time.
Well, I appreciate you putting me in that category, but let's keep it in baseball here.
Oh, okay. All right. So I asked
Top
you for a
5
very
NHL
specific
players
thing,
of all
and
time.
I took it sideways.
Yeah, you did it wrong.
Like Carey did
No, I
yesterday.
didn't. You didn't say top offensive.
No, I said top shortstops.
It didn't say the top 10 offensive players
No, it
at
didn't.
shortstop.
You're right.
It said the top 10 shortstops.
Shortstops.
How is the man that won a Gold Glove not in the top 10? That's all I'm asking.
Because you're asking
Because
for
you
one
don't care
specific...
about defensive stats, Anthony Stalter.
This is done. We're
You know
done
what I mean?
here.
Oh,
Anthony
Gretzky.
Thomas Stalter.
He's only plus 520.
Drop my middle name.
I did. You are pissing me off,
You're
sir.
pissing me off. 2 straight days you're pissing me
Marshy.
off.
Are we still
Wayne-
playing the what-if
Wayne
game?
Gretzky plus 520. Not a bad guy.
I didn't say he didn't care about defense. I said you didn't care about
plus
defense.
322.
I didn't care. You don't care about goaltending. Jamie Rivers says goaltending doesn't matter. Somebody get Cujo on the line.
I wish we could.
I do too.
We could, actually.
Yeah, get Cujo on the line today.
Anybody got another one?
Nah, we're
No,
done.
no, I'm done with this. I'm done with this.
Terrible idea.
They shot it to hell, Marsh.
What if?
Marsh, I
What if
appreciate you playing.
We actually played the game. Well, I'll never know.
We tried.
All right.
Yeah, I think Anthony. I think he laid it out wrong.
Definitely asked the wrong question. I mean, you gotta ask the right question to get the right answer. You know that. You've been in courtrooms before. You know what I mean?
Too many. Anthony, that is.
One or two. Where did we miss this season with the Blues? Everybody's all
Let's keep
hot
this
about it.
segment going.
No, yeah. And maybe I'll bump this one. Maybe I'll bump up one that you don't love. You know? Let's talk about the Blues. Having a good season.
Why does he do that? Why does he do that?
He's so bitter.
He's so bitter. He's hurting me through the Blues. You know, I don't play for them anymore, right?
Oh my
Why don't we talk about Jamie's bet the board picks next? Where did he go wrong in the month of February?
Oh my God.
All right, where did we miss this season with the Blues? Everybody's all excited about them coming into the year. So what was our biggest miss? We'll play the hindsight game next on 101 ESPN. Hey, when it comes to the Missouri Valley Conference, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament held every year at the Enterprise Center. You're not going to want to miss it this year. It's March 5th through the 8th. You're going to love it. It's a St. Louis tradition. It's one that I have partaken in many, many, many times. I enjoy the action, and it's college basketball. Certainly, it's a conference that locally here, you've got Northern Iowa and you've got Bradley, you've got obviously Belmont they just secured the conference lead here at 15-3 as of Tuesday afternoon. They're 25-4 overall in the conference. They've secured that number 1 seed. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch. But there's some other teams you keep an eye on, whether that is Drake or a team that could possibly come out of nowhere. I mean, Murray State has been inconsistent this year, but you never know what they can do. But the bottom line is when you head down to the Enterprise Center March 5th through the 8th, whether it's for a first-round matchup or the championship game, you're going to love it. The State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship, Arch Madness, as it's affectionately known as. They're celebrating their 50th year overall, their last 36 years right here in St. Louis. The Family Fun Pack, if you want to check out tickets and you want to have some snacks included, the Family Fun Pack presented by 101 ESPN includes 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for $105. You can get the coupon available at archmadness.com. Get any ticket for the Arch Madness tournament, in fact, now at archmadness.com. Sometimes one of us says something right before we come back on air, and
well, sometimes other people ask questions right before we get
wow. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. So where did we miss this season with the Blues? We've talked about Army, maybe his miscues along the way, or the players not performing a certain way. But what about us? If we were to look back, really since Army's season-ending presser last year, we're all excited. Fans were in this boat too. Fans were very excited, and we, of course, are an extension of fans. So where did we miss? If we're going to play the hypothetical game, where did you miss specifically when it came to projecting where you thought the Blues were going to be, which was really a second-round playoff team? Not missing the playoffs altogether, potentially earning the number 1 seed or the number 1 pick.
We can.
I just wanted to explain it well.
I appreciate your thorough explanation.
Last time, I didn't explain it well.
Yeah. You want to go first, Jamie?
Nah, Carey, you go. You're the hockey guy.
For me, hell, where didn't we miss? I think everybody, I think in every aspect, we thought that this team would be the team that finished the regular season after the Four Nations tournament. We thought that they would come out and play well. They took the Winnipeg Jets to the brink of elimination and unfortunately found a way to lose that game, get that game tied, and then lose that game. And it just kind of went downhill from there. I think the offseason, we expected this team to, take a step in the right direction. And who had Colton Parayko scoring no goals? Who had Justin Falk being your leading scorer at one point?
He's got one.
Well, sorry, I missed that one. I must have not been watching that one game when he scored. It was. He had a good year last year and hadn't scored any until that game that Jamie's talking about. Who knew that they were going to deal with as many injuries? You thought Dylan Holloway, he had off-season surgery. You thought he'd be back ready to roll, and he's dealt with multiple injuries this season. So, it's just been a calamity of errors, so to speak. It's been sorry.
That's a hell of a word, Carey.
There you go.
I thought Bradford was with us for a second.
We were thinking it. You said it.
We have no idea if you used it correctly. Nor do we care.
Yeah,
We
I won't ask
impressed.
you to spell it. Doesn't matter.
No problem. Yeah, it's been a lot going on, man. So, it's been anything that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Yeah, Carey, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't. I think that if we're going to elaborate one step further, it's kind of a blanket statement for the entire question. Almost everyone has underperformed. So, where do we go wrong? Who could anticipate that almost an entire team would have a down season? Mm-hmm. It's one thing to have a player or two or one forward, one defenseman, one of your goalies have a bleep as far as a year goes. Pavel Buchnevich, way down. Robert Thomas, injured a lot of the seasons, only played 42 games. Production, down. Kyrie's only played 47 games. Production, down. Now, Justin Falk, he's not one of those guys. Production's up. For whatever crazy reason that is, but it is. Jake Neighbors is kind of in and around the same sort of production, so he's kind of holding pattern or whatever you call it, his steady scoring progress. Braden Shen, down. Jimmy Snugger, we didn't know what to expect. But a lot of people had him at 35 or 40 goals. Well, he's got 10. Mm-hmm. Let's let him breathe a little bit. It's not all about him. Philip Broberg, he's having a good year. Again, his stock trending upward. Cam Fowler, down year. Dylan Holloway, injuries. Carey, you brought it up. Down year. 8 goals. We expected 40 out of him, possibly. 70 points, 40 goals was kind of whoa, that's what he could do, because look what he did last year. Dalibor Dvorsky, I like what he's doing. And I think he's trending upward right now. He had a fantastic Olympics. I'm anxious to see what that translates to back here post-Olympics with the Blues. Pius Suter, we're kind of getting what we thought out of him. He's injured a little bit, only played 40 games. And the rest is, it's just Parayko. What are you getting from him? And then all of your other accent pieces like Walker, Joseph, Sundqvist, Tucker, nobody's really having a great year. And it's just odd. It's odd that almost an entire team has a down year. Mm-hmm. And that's really the bottom line, is that one or two players, sometimes you can overcome it. You can't overcome 85% of the team having a down year.
Yeah.
I think it's our fault. It's our fault for expecting a team that really has had 2 months of success over the course of the last 4 years to put together an entire season at that level. I thought last year they were playing desperate hockey to try and make it to the playoffs, and that's really hard to do over the course of 82 games, and they simply weren't ready. I don't think they were ready for the season. We can say, yeah, they've been injured, they've done this, they've done that, all these different things. They weren't a good hockey team when they started the season before injuries occurred.
Right.
So could you make the excuse that, yeah, the team has been injured? Yes, for a majority of the season, but even before that, it's not like they were playing dominant hockey and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, man, they're injured. I just don't get that vibe because the team wasn't playing good hockey before that.
Yeah.
So maybe we just put too much stock into a good couple of months when the longer track record has shown that this team, or at least this group, a majority of the group, they haven't done it for an extended period of time.
So we're discussing where did we miss this season with the Blues, us specifically. And that's where I missed what Marsh just described. I viewed what they did after the Four Nations tournament, not only as just a turning point, but as a tipping point to them figuring it out, specifically under Jim Montgomery and Monty putting his stamp on things. I just followed right through with, well, he'll have a full training camp. He knows what he wants out of these guys. The guys know what is required of them. The expectations are all there. Boom, let's roll. And I overlooked the fact, like Marsh just noted, it was really 2 months of good hockey, and that was it.
Yeah, but I will say this. You guys are right. Your comment is 100% bang on, but in business and in sports and sometimes in life relationships, when you start to see certain things trending upward, and you're seeing, last year we're seeing the characteristics, the culture of what we would consider a team trending upward, blocking shots, playing for each other, physicality. They were relentless. They almost hurt every single Winnipeg Jets player. They battled through, like, they finished every hit. They were like pit bulls out there.
Jordan Carey run a guy after he turned the puck over.
Blew a guy out of his skates. Boom. You know, like, so when you start to see those things trending in the direction of a winning hockey club, and then they narrowly miss beating the President's Trophy, like, you have no choice but to think, hey, we're finally headed in the right direction. And the players who are scrutinized the most, the Robert Thomas, the Jordan Kyrou, all those guys were leading the charge for you.
And we were duped.
Whatever it is, right? But not just us. Like the Blues front office, they feel the same way too.
For sure.
Poor Doug Armstrong, he came out in the training camp and said, the whatever is done. We've added pieces in the summer that we feel are going to take us to that next step. And like he was projecting bigger things. For sure. And now Doug's sitting there. We saw him on the news channel. I think it was Channel 5, 3-4 weeks ago, talking about how this is embarrassing. So how far has that changed?
Right.
So it's not just us and the fan base that were duped or whatever. Like even the team feels like, what the hell just happened here?
Anthony, I have an answer for you.
You do?
A calamity of errors refers to a disastrous series of mistakes or a chain reaction of blunders where one small mishap leads to another, resulting in a major catastrophe or total failure.
Well, Carey, you said it perfectly. You did. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much the blue season.
What it's been.
Yeah.
It's been bad, man. It's been, and it's frustrating to, like you said, I think we've all been duped, and it's because of a small time period where they played outstanding. I don't know what took place. I don't know what shifted. I don't know what, they're the same players. You're supposed to get better the year after. You're especially having gained that experience in the way that they did, especially losing that playoff game in the way that pain and that heartbreak is supposed to light a fire under you. It's supposed to be fuel to your fire. It's supposed to be the thing that you don't even sleep well in the offseason because you cannot wait to get back, to get on the ice and show people, oh yeah, that will never happen again.
Right.
And you just completely have fallen apart. At the same, like anything and everything that could go wrong has essentially gone wrong, in my opinion, this year. And whether it be injuries, whether it been poor play, whether it been, guys not, I mean, even, I told you all a couple weeks ago, I was watching the game and one player in particular saw a fight breaking out with three guys skating towards one of his teammates, and he was like, yeah, that looks bad. Good luck. Sorry for you, buddy. So that guy would have got punched on the bench.
A couple of questions I want to answer real quick from the text line because they're good questions. Somebody said, based on the way the team's going, should we think about should we be evaluating Jim Montgomery right now? Well, Jim Montgomery hasn't changed what he's coaching or what they did last year, what he's preaching, the habits, the details, the compete, all the things.
Everything you loved last year.
Everything that he preached last year that worked, he started the season out with the same thing. It just, at some point, the players they've got to take onus of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Another one has said, is it time to reevaluate the Bolduc trade? If you think Zach Bolduc is the reason this team's not playing well right now, I love Zach Bolduc. On record saying it. Zach Bolduc has 10 goals right now in 57 games for the Montreal Canadiens, who are a hell of a team. He was on the power play. He's averaging 13 and a half minutes a game. He's minus 11 on a second-place team. Zach Bolduc trade is not the problem right now. Would you like to redo it? Maybe, but we can't see the future. I don't know what Logan Mailloux is. Right now, he's a guy that's fighting for an identity in the NHL to stay in the NHL. That's what he's doing. What does he look like next year and the year after?
Yeah.
Time will tell. But right now, that trade is not why the Blues are in second last place in the NHL.
Yeah.
Could you make the argument that the Blues need more experience on the blue line?
No, they need more grit. They need grit.
And what I mean by that is what Ryan Suter brought to the team last year.
I think Ryan Suter should have been back for another year. I do. But at some point, you have to move on to the next wave.
For sure.
And Tyler Tucker, by the way, was in the lineup in lieu of Ryan Suter last year in the playoffs, played very well, and nobody seemed to complain about that at the time. We really didn't, because Tyler
He was
Tucker
playing really well before he got
physical,
injured.
clear in the front of the net, and all the things you thought it was the changing of the guard. Hey, Ryan Suter, you're passing the baton to Tyler Tucker because he's doing a lot of the same things that you taught him to do. By the way, that hasn't worked. Do I think Logan Mailloux maybe thrust into a position too quickly? Possibly. Matthew Kessel, big guy, heavy, built, doesn't really hit anybody. Doesn't clear the front of the net. Like, what is he? He's a good skater. He's not an offensive guy. He's not a defensive guy. That's why he hasn't played very much this year, because he can't figure out what he needs to do to play in the NHL every single day. So, yeah, you could make the argument looking back at that, but I think overall the it needs more grit up front. All we talk about is net front battles. They don't guard their net. They don't get to the other net. Well, that tells me your team isn't tough enough. So find some toughness.
I do think, though, if the Blues end up getting a top 3 pick and you get a game-changing type player, we could look back at this season. It could be a blessing in disguise.
But I agree, but then you better still add some grit.
Oh, for sure.
Like, that's why the Milan Lucic thing, it's a shame it didn't work. It really is a shame it didn't work. He was a little too old, missed too much time. But that's a guy there that would have been able to drag guys into the battle and let guys stay in the battle. So like Jake Neighbors wants to get mouthy with a Logan Stanley from the Winnipeg Jets. He's going to be able to dig his heels in and stand his ground. Why? Because he's got the big bad wolf behind him that everybody knows, the legend. But it didn't work out. He was too old, got hurt. They had to move on.
All right, it's Jamie Rivers, Carey Davis, Andrew Marshall, Anthony Stalter. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Speaking of Marsh, he's got what's trending for you next. Well, everybody's heard me talk about home remodel, right? Home remodel and why I go with Mosby Building Arts here in St. Louis. They're a full-service design build company handling everything from design through construction. And instead of me describing what that experience is like on my end, like I have before, I want you to hear directly from one of their clients. So this is a 5-star online review from a homeowner in Glendale. Quote, "From the beginning of my project, the service, professionalism, thoughtfulness, and efficiency has been unmatched. Mosby far exceeded our expectations. The follow-through is impeccable. They have a very cool app that helps you stay informed on the timeline, and they have been following it every single day. I cannot express how thrilled we are with this company. Would highly recommend. It is worth the money, as other companies don't figure in the extra cost up front like Mosby does. You'll end up paying it either way, so you might as well do it the right way up front and have everything planned out to your liking. They knocked it out of the park." This was from somebody that was in Glendale that left a 5-star online review for Mosby Building Arts. My experience with Mosby was similar. The transparency, the daily communication, and a team that respects your home while they're working on it, that describes Mosby. That's what Mosby Building Arts is known for. A managed, organized design build process from start to finish. I can't recommend Mosby enough. Visit callmosby.com and see what a 5-star remodeling experience really looks like.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Tonight we'll have some college hoops for you. Connecticut going up against St. John's. Pregame for that one starts at 5:45. Tip-off is at 6 o'clock. The Blues get back in action tomorrow, taking on the Seattle Kraken with the pregame starting at 6. Puck drop at 7. We'll talk with Jim Montgomery at 4:30 and Joe Vitale at 5:15. But coming up next, we have What's Trending. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, today I want to talk about development and situations that athletes are put in. I saw a tweet by this gentleman named Jake on X, at Ali Acumen. He said, I have this theory, and this is about Connor McDavid. McDavid, who has been to 2 Stanley Cups, lost both, won the 4 Nations, scored the overtime goal, and then, of course, just lost to the United States in overtime for the gold medal. But he posted, I have this theory that because McDavid is so good, coaches give him all the gravy offensive zone starts and power play time, which means that other players, even elite players, don't get into an offensive rhythm, which means the team has no depth even when it clearly does. This pattern of lacking scoring depth, especially in the big game, is following him around even on an all-star Team Canada. Sometimes he can overcome it by personally going nuclear, but sometimes he can't. But when he doesn't, nobody else seems to contribute offensively because they're not put into those positions to have success. What do you think about that?
I think it's crap.
Okay.
Well, you got Tom Brady or Peyton Manning at quarterback. They're not going to take all the important reps. You got number 1 receiver, number 1 running back. Name your top player. You're putting that player in a situation that helps your club every single time. If you've got Lawrence Taylor out there, you're not taking him out when they're inside the 5.
Right.
Like, you're just not. And if you're inside the 5 offensively, you're not taking out Barry Sanders.
Right.
You know what I
Might
mean?
not hand it to Marshawn Lynch, though.
That's different. That was a choice. So I understand the really weak theory behind it.
I think of like Dylan Holloway's situation when he was in Edmonton. Maybe he wasn't getting certain opportunities because of the players that were on the team.
But he's not
so he comes
supposed to.
here.
Welcome to pro sports.
No, exactly.
Welcome to any competitive sport.
I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
No,
I'm
not.
just curious I wanted to bring the conversation up because I wonder if there are some athletes who have the ability to get to that next level, but they are not put in situations because there's a player ahead of them.
Yeah. Welcome to the real world. Period. How many people are being blocked by someone in their office right now who's been doing that job very well for a long time that gets the company the best results, even though you can do the job? You're not getting that chance. So what your job is to do is whatever tasks you're given to do them to the best of your ability and go above and beyond in that role so that, maybe we'll give them a shot.
Right.
You get more opportunities when you show up in those moments. But if you're the best player, you're going to get the premium opportunities to score, to win, to hit the game-winning shot, to whatever, because that's why you're there.
Right.
You're the best player. That's what is expected of you, and that's what comes with the territory. So if that person feels like, well, he's getting premium, he damn earned it. He's done more than enough throughout his entire career. You just ran off everything that he's done. No, he hasn't won a Stanley Cup, but hell, he's been there twice. He's taken his team there twice. He won a gold medal in the 4 Nations. They got silver this year. Like, he's proven that he is the best player in hockey right now. So, yeah, he's going to get those opportunities, and like I said, he should.
Yeah, when I read that, I couldn't help but think of you guys who, when you came up, you were Jamie, for instance, you ran power play.
Yep.
Right? Like, that was the thing that you were really good at.
Yep.
But when you joined the Blues in the NHL, your role changed, and ultimately it changed your career.
It did. But those guys ahead of me,
Yeah, obviously.
unfortunately, like if I
Hall of Famers?
two of them, right. And the other guy was a two-time NHL All-Star.
Yeah.
So 3 guys ahead of me that had proven that they could do that job ahead of me. Was I happy about it? No. Am I still kind of bitter about it? Yeah. But what am I going to do? What's
Right.
the argument that I possibly have?
No, I completely understand.
Hey, coach, I promise you I can do better. Really? You're better than Al McInnes. Okay. You're better than Chris Pronger? Oh, okay. All right, kid. There you go. Get that kid into the rum.
Love your spirit.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the conversation we had. What was it, last week? We were talking about the NBA. There was one player. I can't remember who the player was. He was with Golden State, maybe?
Jonathan Kuminga.
He's saying, hey, this is who I think I am versus what you think I am.
He went out for 27 points last night. He might have been right. We'll see. It was his first game. But, yeah, I think there is that mindset. You want those opportunities, but in order to get those opportunities, either the future Hall of Fame player or perennial All-Star or whoever, that guy has to miss some time. He got to get hurt.
Right.
Like, because if he's playing or get traded or his play has to diminish. But once he's at that level and proven that he is at that level, your opportunities are going to be limited. Like, you're not going to get that opportunity. But if that perennial All-Star, future Hall of Famer does miss some time and you step up and the team doesn't miss a beat, then they're like, we do have a 1B, or we do have a number 2 option, as opposed to thinking you were the 3rd or 4th or 5th option. So now it's about, maximizing those opportunities when they're presented to you. But if you don't get the opportunity, you gotta do whatever job is required of you for that specific team.
Yeah, we've seen quarterbacks do that, right? Now they're Hall of Famers.
All right, it's Fast on 101 ESPN. Speaking of the NFL, what will smart NFL teams learn from last offseason? That's next on 101 ESPN. So last offseason, almost a year ago, to right around this time, teams like the Seahawks made shrewd moves that helped them not only get over the top, but literally win a Super Bowl. Sam Darnold was signed. So the Seahawks looked at the situation with Sam Darnold coming out of Minnesota and said, you know what? We'll take that risk. He's not a one-hit wonder. Traded Geno Smith to the Las Vegas Raiders. Rest was history. But other teams made significant moves too. The Bears completely upgraded their offensive line. They signed a couple of guys in free agency and then went to the trade market to also beef up the interior of their O-line. Capped it off with a first-round selection of Colston Loveland, who wound up being outstanding for them in the second half of the season as well as the playoffs. The Colts even though they didn't make the playoffs, they rolled the dice, signed Daniel Jones, and that worked out very well for the first couple of months before he got injured. My question is, what will smart NFL teams learn from last offseason as we head into the new offseason?
I think if you are a smart organization, you will learn that if you are unable to get, you don't have to reach on a quarterback in the first round. Like you probably shouldn't. And if you don't, you can go in the free agent market and get one of these players that have had some success elsewhere and not have to pay them $55 million. You can pay them $25, $30, $35, and you can still get the rest of your roster in order. And that's the way you should build your roster. I think and I hope that that's what a lot of these teams are recognizing, the teams that are unable to go get that first-round quarterback. If you can't find that guy now, you say Pittsburgh Steelers. It didn't work for them last year. They did make the playoffs though, so maybe it did work. They went out and got Aaron Rodgers. But I'm thinking about the Sam Darnolds of the world. You talked about some of these guys that have been journeymen and that have had success. Finding that quarterback, to me, if you can't get that top tier talent in the first round, go the other direction and use that way to kind of build your roster up. And then maybe you'll be in a place to have a good, successful season, but also find that quarterback later on.
So, in other words, Malik Willis is a perfect example of that. Malik Willis got some good coaching in Green Bay, and it will hit the free agent market. So Malik Willis, not that he's going to win a Super Bowl next year, but he could be the Sam Darnold of this past offseason, a quarterback that has been, in some regards, a journeyman, signs a deal, and he winds up being the franchise quarterback for the Dolphins or the Cardinals or whoever he winds up with. I like that one. I also think that when it comes to teams that already have their franchise quarterback, like the Bears did, beef up the O-line.
Yeah.
Don't just add wide receivers or tight ends. Now, granted, the Bears had been doing that in previous years, so they didn't need to add somebody else, although they did add Loveland.
And Luther Burden III.
That's
Drafted
true.
Both of them.
But they did start their offseason with the offensive line. Kansas City is a perfect candidate to redo their O-line. The problem is they don't have a ton of cap space. Now, they did free up some cap space by restructuring Patrick Mahomes' deal. We had talked about, Carey, maybe they move on from Juwan Taylor.
I think that's going to happen.
Seems to be, fait accompli. When it comes to the Chiefs team, though, I wonder if they can look at what the Bears did and say, we need, yes, we could use a wide receiver. Yeah. But we need to start with the O-line. We need to build up there. Yes, we could use a running back, no doubt. But you don't have to take Jeremiah Love with your first pick if a stud offensive tackle is there. And I think Kansas City has done a good job of piecing their O-line together, but they've literally lost 2 Super Bowls in large part because their O-line has sucked in both games.
They got, yeah.
So I wonder if they look at it, if they look at this and say, let's do what the Bears did a year ago. Let's really build up the O-line in free agency or the trade market, and then when we get to the draft, we could, if we sew up the O-line in free agency, then we can attack the draft and maybe look at some skill position players. Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
My thing is, I guess it's kind of hand in hand with what Carey said, is I think more teams, instead of the reach on a young quarterback, I think more teams have to start looking around and seeing the Baker Mayfields, the Sam Darnolds, the Mac Jones, the Malik Willis, like seeing those guys and going, okay, maybe it's more beneficial for us to go find a retread who's been a backup in a really good program who's got NFL reps under their belt, who has been in the NFL for 1, 2, 3 seasons, even in a backup on whatever it is on the second team, as opposed to the young guy who everybody's like, I mean, he's the second best quarterback in the draft class, but what is he good? I don't know. He's Kenny Pickett. Okay, like
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like
it's a bad quarterback year.
It's a bad quarterback year.
Yeah.
So why force that to happen? Even this year, it's like you got 1 or 2. The rest are like, I don't really know what they project to be. A lot of them, I listen to the experts, are projecting most of them to be good, solid backup quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, that does not scream second round pick.
No, so go uncover your retread or whatever it is you want to call them, and see. If one of those fits your plans better. Even Daniel Jones with the Colts, like that's another guy that went somewhere else, learned, came to a different program, and now, unfortunately, got injured. But I think teams should be, their scouts and their offensive coordinators and their offensive gurus should be scouting those type players rather than a reach on a quarterback that everybody's kind of skeptical on anyways.
Right. So I hesitate to bring this up because it ultimately is going to backfire because they got the wrong person, but not the wrong position. The Falcons have long struggled to have a pass rush. They really haven't had a pass rush since like Chuck Smith, Patrick Kearney, way back in the day. John Abraham, when they acquired him from the Jets in the middle of the 2000s, he was a stud. He just couldn't stay healthy. So they finally said, screw it. We are going to throw numbers at the problem. They took Jalen Walker with their first-round pick, and unfortunately now they traded up with the Rams to get James Pierce Jr. Now, James Pierce Jr. should be in jail, with his issues that popped up on Super Bowl weekend, but he did have 10.5 sacks for them. So if he was the right person, they would have had they did completely upgrade their pass rush. I like the idea of throwing numbers at a problem. If you're sitting there in the middle of the first round or the back of the first round and you have a glaring need, I don't think it's a bad idea to say, let's take, assuming you like the player, of course, let's take the top corner, wide receiver, tackle, defensive lineman here, and then the second round, we're going to double dip and throwing numbers at the issue.
I've always felt like you take best player available.
Sure.
Like, for what you need. Like, best player available. You can never go wrong with having really talented players on your team. That's just my opinion. I think the better players you have, they find a way to make it work. And if they don't, then you move on. But you always, in my opinion, take the best player available, and that, to me, seems to be the best way to go about it. I don't think that reaching, we need a quarterback. Yeah, but if he was in the draft with, several other first-round top-tier quarterbacks,
with fifth-round pick,
where would he be selected?
Right.
But he's the best quarterback available. But is he the best player available? Yeah, you need a quarterback, but that ain't going to solve nothing because you're going to have him for 2 years and be right back in the same spot. Why don't you build on what you currently have and get your team better? And then hopefully you can sort out the quarterback situation at some point.
The only team, and correct me if I'm wrong in this, CD, the only team that I've really seen over the last 20 years not draft the best player available, but literally go with, we're not collecting talent, we're building a team. And it worked for a long time, and then toward the end it was a disaster. Bill Belichick with the Patriots. He knew what he wanted.
It got bad those last
It got
years.
bad. Yeah. But that I thought was one of the reasons why he was constantly ahead of the league. For example, he took Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez in the same draft.
Yep.
He went after he wanted to win with tight ends that could not only block but could catch.
Yep.
And he said, I'm building this sort of team. I need these type of players. And he went out and got them. Now they may have been the best players at their position or at their where they fell in the draft.
Right.
But the bottom line is it's extremely hard to do. It's a good working theory. Like, hey, build the team you want.
Right.
But if that leads to reaching a lot of the times. You're reaching on that defensive tackle that may be a fifth-round pick, but you're sitting there in the third and you know you need a defensive tackle. And you wind up reaching on that guy.
I agree. I think as crazy as it sounds, I think the Browns actually had a good draft this past year.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
All of the guys that they drafted.
That's why they stuck with Aaron Berry.
Yeah, all the guys that they drafted were like integral parts to what they were doing this year. Like they had a really good draft this year. And they didn't overreach. They drafted 2 quarterbacks, but they drafted them in the 3rd and the 5th round. They didn't overreach to go get that guy that, they felt like was going to have to. I mean, Schlesinger was Defensive Player of the Year.
Right. Fannin was awesome.
Fannin was awesome at tight end. Quinshon Judkins was amazing at running back when he was playing before he got injured. Mason Graham was your first start. Like, they had every single one of those guys. Dylan Sampson was a backup running back, but played a lot in this season. So I think they did it the right way. I think just finding talent, getting talented players on your roster, you can never go wrong with that.
Assuming you have the right head coach that can put it all together.
Well,
and assuming he wants that quarterback.
And assuming that he wants his job.
Yeah.
And
never know in Cleveland.
Fired.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jamie saw some quotes by Bryce Harper that led him to ask the question, has the posturing already started in Major League Baseball? He'll explain what that is next on 101 ESPN. It's a great night in the NBA. I like several plays on Underdog. And if you haven't played Underdog yet, I got a great offer for you in a second. But you can make your entries all season long in the NBA and win money right now in Missouri. Playing an Underdog is easy. Choose whether or not certain players will go higher or lower on their stats. For example, and you don't have to stick with points, but I do like Victor Wembanyama to go higher than 22.5 points against Toronto. He's one of those players that not only is fantastic and he's fun to watch, but he's somebody that consistently goes higher on his stats. I like Jokic to go higher than 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I like Cade Cunningham to go higher than 24.5 points tonight for the Pistons as they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. If you want to go lower in a certain matchup because you don't like the players' matchup against that team, fantastic. You can do that too. How you want to play is completely up to you. Get your entries right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash, all courtesy of Underdog. So what are you waiting for? Download that app today or go to the website. When you're asked what the promo code is, just type in Anthony. That's it. Anthony, promo code at Underdog, and you're going to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_dot.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncbgambling.org. Time Check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Angel Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So first we're going to play this audio from 94 WIP. It's the morning show. It's in Philadelphia. Joe DiCamera and John Ritchie, and they were talking to Bryce Harper. And here's what Bryce Harper had to say. And then Jamie, you'll get to what you were trying to interpret that Bryce Harper was saying.
Gut feeling. Will opening day in 2027 happen on time? Gut feeling.
No.
Second question, gut feeling. Will there be a 2027 Major League Baseball season?
Yes. I think for me personally, we want what's best for the game. I think I want what's best. Me personally, I want what's best for the game for owners and players as well. And our game is at the peak of where we're at right now with so much talent. It's an international game right now, obviously, with the players that we have. And I don't think we want to lose that. I don't think owners want to lose that. But we're at such a standstill right now with where we are that it's going to be tough to, figure things out in a 3-month span. If you can't figure it out, in a 3-year span, how are you going to figure it out in a 3-month span? Yeah. So I hope we figure it out. I don't want it to go slow. I don't want it to, be bad on both sides or anything else like that. But these guys are attorneys for a reason, and they've gone through all this stuff. I mean, Manfred's gone through it. Bruce Meyer's gone through it. I mean, it's a tough situation for both sides, and Manfred's going to do what's best for the owners, but also I think he wants to do what's right to the players as well to a certain extent. And I think obviously Bruce Meyer is pro player, so I think both sides just really need to calm it down, hash it out, and get this thing done.
The players would sit out a full year, though, to prevent a salary cap, correct?
I think you should have to ask owners about that, too.
Okay. I will.
Yeah.
But you guys would, right?
I mean, I don't want to do it for the young guys if I'm not going to do it the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the stepping stone into what guys did for me to get me to where I am, I think I owe that to the young guys in our game as well. So for the next 20 years, 30 years of this game, I owe it to them, now for the Aiden Millers and the, Justin Crawfords and, just the guys that are going to be in this game for the next 20 years. Like, I owe that to them now.
All right, so, Jamie.
Yep.
I know why you asked this, but go ahead, because I'll let you put it in your words. And if you heard the audio, you're going to know where Jamie's going to go on this.
So Bryce Harper just put on a masterclass. A legal masterclass to gain an advantage with the fan base. I mean, it was perfect. He talked about, he didn't include the other players because he didn't want to speak for them. Me personally, I want to play. I don't want to have a lockout, all these things. But, would you be willing to sit out? Well, you'll have to ask the owners that too. Meaning, like, he's not going to, don't just ask me that, ask them, because it's a lockout. It's not a strike. It's a lockout.
Yeah.
We want to play as players. Then I want to protect the young guys. I want to protect the future of this game. The game's in a great place right now. We've got international superstars in our league. The game is healthy right now. Well, if the game's healthy, why are the owners locking you out? Exactly. I mean, he put on a masterclass of what how you're supposed to answer certain questions when you're heading into a negotiation, especially a labor dispute. So it got me thinking, is this really the crap we're going to be dealing with for the next entire baseball season?
100%.
Because now, by the way, this is the same guy that told Rob Manfred to get the bleep out of the clubhouse just last season. And now he's like, Rob's going to do the best he can. And, Rob's been through this before. That's a little dig. Like, you've already locked us up before there, fella.
Right.
Like, I was like, this is perfect. Like, if you're going to show somebody how to do it, you clip that and you say this right here. But regardless of what he just said, I also felt the fatigue immediately after I heard that. I'm like, remember last time? Every day was something new. The players are saying this. The owners are biblical losses, and the players are like, I was just like, oh my goodness. And I wonder if both sides are going to continue to placate baseball fans, placate to the fans. Like, hey, we're not the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like the owners are they're billionaires. We're only millionaires.
Right.
Which, by the way, you're already out of touch.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, some of these listeners, just to peek behind the curtain, some of the listeners that can't stand when you guys start talking about certain money certain aspects of money, and you guys were not millionaires. You guys played. There's some of the years you played for the veteran minimum. You're very grateful. You played there, but you also worked hard. You worked your asses off to get to where you're going to be. But some of the listeners can't handle that.
No.
They can't handle making $500,000, let alone they can't relate to it. Which of course.
Fine.
Bryce Harper signed a 13-year, $330 million contract. No trade clause all the way through. 13 years, $330 million. So I don't bring that up to say, you're a millionaire, you're out of touch. I bring that up to say this. In his eyes, I'm sure it's his responsibility to continue to fight for the next guy who's going to make, $330 million. Because that's really what this battle is about. The owners don't want to open up. They don't want to spend any more money. By the way, you don't become a millionaire or a trillionaire by wasting your money.
No.
So these owners don't want to invest any more than they're willing to. Therefore, they're going to protect their books and all that, and they're going to try to create a salary cap so they don't have to spend any more. And then the other side, you've got the top-end players that make the most. They're going to continue to fight for the next top-end player. There's two people that get screwed here. Number one's the fans. And when I hear Bryce Harper or any of these owners or Rob Manfred talk about it, you're so out of touch with what your fan is and what your fan wants, you should be ashamed of yourself. Bottom line. Mm-hmm. It pisses me off to hear it because he's posturing, and it's not just Bryce Harper, who, by the way, might be my favorite baseball player. I love the way he plays, and he's got to do what he's got to do. But it pisses me off to hear him talk about it and the owners talk about it. And meanwhile, you're a baseball fan. You don't get baseball. And each side is like, well, don't you want to play for the fans? We're fighting for you. No, you're not. You're not. The other people that get screwed, guys like Jamie, when you went through your lockout.
Yeah.
The guys that are at the bottom rung who absolutely need to play because that is their meal ticket.
Mm-hmm. And the workers at
the concession stands. I'll put them in the same category as the fans. But you're right, Marsh. Absolutely. Exactly. There's so much at stake here, much more at stake, livelihoods at stake, than another $1 trillion or $1 billion or $1 million for the owners and the fans, or owners and the players.
What makes me angry about the whole thing is they've had 3 years now? 2 years since the last lockout? What was it, 2, 3 years?
He said 3 years.
It'll be 3 years, I think.
It'll be
it's been 2 years since the lockout. I think it'll be 3
months. Yeah.
I've negotiated certain deals. Now, not this level. In a couple hours. Where it seemed like there's no deal to be had.
Right.
We're so far apart.
What do I want?
Yeah.
Let's compromise.
We're so far apart. But you sit there, you take a break, you take a day off, you go back in, take a day off, take a weekend off, you go back in. Like, this is where the NHL got it right last time. The last time the CBA came around, they had it they were negotiating it on the fly during the seasons, meeting sporadically, so that when the bill came due, they said, we'd like to announce another 3-year deal for the CBA. Mm-hmm. And the fans didn't have to go through this, the push and pull of the owners and the players. They didn't have to be locked out. And it just seems so stupid that I know that everything has a deadline, and deadlines push people to do things quicker, but I don't believe that to be true in these scenarios.
So my only question to you, and I get it, people don't care about millionaires and billionaires fighting about money. But as a player, again, we talked about this. It's not a strike. It's a lockout. It's going to be the owners saying you can't play baseball. What are the owners offering the players that would make them say, sure, we'll do that? Because that's what any contract negotiation, and you've been in you've had plenty of conversations. The best ones are when both sides feel like, I feel like I got screwed there a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I feel like
I lost a little bit of flesh in that one.
I feel like but you got the deal done.
Yep.
Both sides walk away feeling like, oh my God.
Yep.
But we're done. So what are the owners offering the players? Hey, here, guess what? We're going to have a salary cap. You are not going to be able to make as much money as you want anymore. Take it or leave it. Excuse me?
Yeah.
As a player, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were offering us a salary cap or we couldn't play. What are you offering me? Because you're not offering me anything in this statement.
So here's what the owners are going to say, because if I was an owner, here's what I would say. You top-end guys are still going to get your money. You're going to get your bag of gold, okay? What we're going to do, because there's a salary cap, we'll have a salary floor. And so more players in this league will make better money than they did before. Because the top guys, you guys, Bryce Harper, you're getting paid. Ohtani, you're getting paid. Like Mike Trout, you're getting paid. But Brendan Donovan, he's going to make a little bit more money because now we're able to do that. Because we don't have to pay up to the luxury tax and all that, we're able to have more money for more players. So the percentage of players make more money. The problem is Bryce Harper's your voice. Max Scherzer, your voice. Mike Trout, all these guys, they're the voice of the union. This is the biggest mistake you can make.
Yeah.
This is the biggest mistake the NHL made, was all their representatives were Hall of Famers and superstars.
Yeah. People that
Not once did they bring the average salary or below average salary into the negotiation. Not once. When those are the guys that have the chance to make more money, your average salary has a chance to go up.
Right.
So that if I'm the owner, I'm saying, why are you blocking? Oh, you care about the young guys, Bryce? Remember you said that on this date? We got the audio. Remember you said that, right? Well, player X, who's now making $1.5 million, he has a chance to make 3.5 based upon our system. Why are you prohibiting him a raise? For what? You want your extra million? You already got $300 million in the bank.
Right.
So that's, if I'm the owners, that's my direction.
Yeah.
If I'm the players, I say, open up your damn books
and let's see.
And show me your biblical losses.
Show me
why
Pirates.
you can't play. You can't pay $250 million a year. Like,
Yeah, I just wonder how many fans are already. They got the ick, right? From
that's what I got when I heard that.
From just the
medicine for that
shower.
From this whole process, like the whole process is sort of making them feel like, I don't. Kind of ticked off right now. I really I don't know if I even really want to watch 2026 baseball.
Yeah.
Nah, you watch it because you ain't gonna watch it in 27. You don't want to take 2 years off.
We'll watch it, but there are people out there that are like, I'm good. I don't need it.
So I got a retort here for Beer Rower. He says, a salary floor isn't giving anything. You're wrong. Because right now the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Rockies, all the bottom, they have no obligation to meet a certain level of payroll. And yet they'll still share in the revenues. So if I'm the Pittsburgh Pirates, I spend, let's just make up $57 million on my payroll. I don't have to worry about it because I'm going to be made whole by the Dodgers and by the Yankees and by all this because I'm not going to make money. So they're going to pay me to make sure I don't lose money.
Right.
If I have to spend to a floor, it might take me out of my comfort zone.
Sure.
The floor might be $75 million. Now I got to pony up. So that's how. That's offering something.
Yeah. Well, this won't be fun.
Can't be. This is gonna be fun for a year.
It won't be fun at all. Not one bit. Not one damn bit.
Baseball sucks, right, Carey?
Yeah, man. Telling that
Carey's fine. He's a Dodgers fan.
He wasn't listening though. He gets it now.
What?
ABS system in full effect in spring training. How do we feel about it, guys? Is it going well? Not if you're an umpire. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Well, I was walking around the store the other day, saw a wonderful display up there. The display, a bunch of Zwickel Light. Yeah, they had the cans and the bottles available, and made me happy because Urban Chestnut has done an incredible job of brewing just an amazing light beer. And if you're a light beer fan, a lot of times we get disappointed in the fact that it doesn't have that beer flavor. You can kind of sort of taste it, but it tastes mostly watery. Not Zwickel Light. Zwickel Light is fantastic. It's locally brewed. It's a light lager with low calories, low carbs, but it tastes like beer. It tastes so good, I can't just have one, Anthony. It's so good. It's crisp, clean, refreshing. Only 95 calories, 3.7 carbs. It's a St. Louis beer that's brewed by St. Louisans, and that's why I love it so much. And it is the unofficial beer of St. Louis hockey, as it should be. We saw a bunch of people celebrating the other day when Team USA won, had their cold Zwickel Lights going. Whew. Looked great. Also, Urban Chestnut has the Steins for Support coming up March 1st, 1 to 3 p.m. at the Midtown Brewery and Beer Garden. 20% of proceeds go to Great Rivers Greenway. So great cause going over there with my friends at Urban Chestnut. For more information, you can always visit urbanchestnut.com. Remember, keep it light and keep it local.
Well, the ABS system is in full effect in spring training. How does everybody feel about it? If you're an umpire, you're plenty pissed, right, Sudi?
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, I was looking. Jamie mentioned it yesterday as we were walking. He's like, "Did you see that damn game? It was like so many overturned calls. It was the Red Sox Pirates game, and I guess Alex Cora has made a note to his team: challenge early and often, like as much as you possibly can." And there was a situation where there were 5 different challenges back to back to back, and all of them were overturned. Like the umpire clearly, it was very intriguing to me because clearly baseball players know where the strike zone is.
Yeah.
And all of the arguments we've had, guys getting tossed over years because the umpire's your feelings hurt because you were wrong. Were you mad? This is kind of clearing up some of those issues. The only part that watching, I didn't get to see it actually happen during the game, but they were showing the pitch, either the catcher tapping his helmet or the batter tapping his helmet, and then the umpire steps to the side. Oh, the batter's challenging the ball called or the strike called. And it felt like the flow of the game was a little bit unnatural and kind of awkward. Mm-hmm. But I do like seeing the call being made correct. Now, at some point, you might not have any umpires because the umpires might say, "The hell with this! You ain't gonna keep showing me up, showing how bad I am in my job." I mean, what the hell are we doing? They just show everybody else how bad they are at their job.
Right.
You're literally watching, and it is. One of them was like, I think like a tenth of an inch, a quarter of an inch from being a strike or a ball, and the ump called it the opposite, and it was overturned. But it's fascinating to watch this in real time because I would love to see how this plays out in a regular season game, in a postseason game where the umpire calls the strike 3 on the batter, and oh, no, actually it was ball 3. And you know what? You just got a runner in scoring position now, and you kept the game alive for that team. I just find it fascinating to see how this is taking place and how this actually will change the game of baseball. Then does it change it for better or worse?
Yeah, we don't know, right? Because I mean, some of these calls, especially at the end of games, you see like World Series games decided with the batter just like standing there.
Yeah,
and he's ticked off because he
knows it was a ball.
Well, we'll find out.
And you called it a strike.
Yeah.
The Dodgers won the World Series. Oh, wait a minute. We have a challenge.
Right. Might as well challenge it, right? How do you guys feel about this? Because I think there's two different distinct thoughts when it comes to technology in sports. Some people feel as though we have the technology, get the damn call right. Okay, fair. But if you remove too much of the human element out of the game and you ruin the flow, and I'm not saying this is what happened here, but if you ruin the flow of a game, it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, but so let's dive into it a little bit more. Angel Hernandez. And what's the other guy?
Buckner.
Yeah.
CB Buckner.
CB Buckner. Yeah, pick your guy. They're horrible. You read their umpire cards after the game, and they're like 71%. Really? I'm sorry, that's affecting the integrity of the game.
Right.
And then the next night you get somebody different, and their strike zone is different. So now the players are playing the guessing game. Some would say, well, that's called experience, knowing your umpire. You really? She didn't know that? So the football field in Pittsburgh's 5 yards wider than New England.
No, it's the same.
It's a comparable. Okay.
Okay.
So, but you play Pittsburgh one, and you should know your field. Okay, it's supposed to be standard.
They do that in football. Not all the pitches are the same size, Jamie.
You're right.
Really?
But the NHL used to have different size rinks. I know. When I came in the league, the Boston Garden was like playing in a closet. It was terrifying. But then they standardized the ice surface so that it was the same rink in every city. The calls are supposed to be the same calls night after night. Now, the NHL refs don't always get it right, but they've gone for the offsides, which is a lot like a strike zone. They've gone to the challenge.
Yeah.
You can go to the challenge. I'm not saying I like it. Like watching yesterday was comical. I'm looking on Twitter, and every other tweet is a different team that's tapping the top of their head. And it took longer than I thought it was going to take. In tennis, by the way, how does tennis have better technology?
That ball in or out happens really quickly.
Like they go challenge, and the big screen goes on.
In.
Out, in. Oh, okay, we're done here.
Right.
Yesterday's like I was standing around.
The ump had to step out, turn his back to the pitcher. Such and such is challenging the call on the field. It was a little weird to me.
That's what I talk about with ultimately the flow of a game.
Yeah.
And how it could get disrupted.
I think
it's tennis. You don't notice it, but
I think you can speed that up though. Like it doesn't take like the ump can step out. The strike is being challenged. It was a ball. We're back to it.
Yeah.
Pitch the count changes, or the batter walks, or whatever the case may be. Wherever you are in that count, you get right back to it. And I don't think it has to take as long as it. And they're probably still workshopping some things, but
sure.
I find it very interesting that this is needed. But I'm all, you know me, I'm always on the player side. And to be thrown out for a pitch was a strike because the umpire got his feelings hurt because you didn't want to be talked to, be better at your job.
Yeah.
Like you're costing people money, you're costing people opportunities for championships, you're causing people, just more things that ball or strike is not just a ball or strike, in my opinion, in certain instances. So, to get it right is the most important thing, but I just found it very interesting to watch the umpire have to step out every single time and say, this pitch is being challenged. It's like, dude, are you this is something you should be able to get right.
Are you drunk, sir?
Nah, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't love it. I don't hate it. would you love it or hate it if in hockey or football teams were able to challenge penalties?
I would actually love that because some of them damn pass interference calls or non-pass interference calls, like, come on, man. Like, and I get it. It's
part of the game,
opinion,
though.
But it's also an opinion of the person that's watching it. Mm-hmm. But for me, what I do think, for football especially, I don't know how many of those referees actually played football. And maybe they played in college, maybe they played in high school, but I think it would be, and obviously you got to get people that are capable of doing it, but guys that actually played in the NFL, because it is different, man. Mm-hmm. Like, the speed of the game is different. What you think is a hold or what you think is a roughing the passer is a love tap. Like, if you stand in that pocket and you get it, a quarterback knows when they got smoked.
Yeah.
After the play. And they also know when they got hit, but they can look to the ref and say, "What's up, man?" and get an extra 15 yards. All right, Patrick Mahomes did it, and I lost a lot of respect for him when he did that. That was terrible. That was soft as hell. So I think that having guys that actually play the game benefits in that, understanding the speed and understanding exactly what's going on. And I'm not discrediting any of those referees or guys that do that at a professional level. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of training that takes place. But also understanding that everything ain't a roughing the passer. You ain't always right on your ball strike call. Like, get it right. Because that's what's most important in my opinion.
Well, why don't they just make something where you already have that technology and the umpire can just sit behind home plate and in his ear it just says strike, ball.
Yeah.
You know, why not? What's stopping?
Why do we need him standing there?
What's stopping people from making that technology?
Yeah, that's a good call.
There's going to be a lot of problems in the future because the umpires union, it's going to go to something like that. Or how embarrassing was that? The umpires union at some point is going to get involved and be like, we got to limit the challenges.
Right.
Well, they only have 2 challenges, but if you get it right, it's unlimited.
That's
which means,
what I'm saying.
As an umpire, you got to be better, right?
Right.
Like, if I challenge it 5 times and each time I keep getting my challenges back because you are wrong, sir. Like, that's problematic. Either you need to be better, you need to be trained better. And I showed you the one pitch yesterday, and I was like, I kind of blamed it on the catcher because maybe the catcher didn't frame it well enough. He was set up a little bit outside,
right,
but the ball kind of tailed back inside, and it went directly over the heart of the plate. And I don't know how, as an umpire, you didn't get that, but, you know, it's a tough job, but it's a job that you have, and you got to be correct in it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Sports Six Pack is coming up next. If you have any questions, send them into the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Again, part 1 of the Sports Six Pack next.
Anthony, we always talk about, feeling better, being the best versions of ourselves. But if there are men out there that are listening to us right now, do what we did, right? We were tired of waking up, tired and exhausted, tired of kind of being sluggish. You get to your 40s, like, I'm just getting older, man. It could be that, or it could be, an imbalance in hormones, and you need to get to mentality. You go to South County, I go to Chesterfield, 2 different locations, same great people that will get you in there, get you taken care of, and get you on the right track to get back to being the old you.
Yeah, let's challenge people right now. Let's challenge you. If you're constantly, you know what? It's just getting older. That's it. Really? Would the young version of you settle for that? Because if not, the younger version of you would smack you around a little bit.
Man.
Then you need to head to mentality. I know for Carey and I, that certainly was the case. If you're still maybe the weekend warrior too, and you're like, man, you know what? I've lost a step. energy's not there. Maybe you play soccer and you know what? You're not getting up the pitch up and down, up and down like you need to. Go to see Mentality. They'll work on your free testosterone ranges. They do it in a healthy manner, FDA approved, and they do a great job of constantly checking in to make sure you're feeling right too.
Yeah, and if you go in right now, all new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250 right out of the gate. You can schedule your appointment today, right now at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com. Reclaim the old you, the younger you with Mentality.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. The Cardinals took down the Mets today in spring training, 6-0. The final, Nolan Gorman with a 3-run blast. 3 RBIs on the day for Nolan Gorman. J.J. Weatherholt, he went 0 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. So the Cardinals pick up a victory today against the Mets. The Blues will be back in action tomorrow, taking on the Seattle Kraken. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7. We'll talk with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery at 4:30 and Joe Vitale at 5:15. But we have our Sports Six-Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll answer your questions next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
I have a question.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, and here's Andrew Marsh with question 1.
Question number 1.
All right, from the 217, why are you wanting to take the human element out of the game? Stop complaining. You're worse than the kids nowadays. Let's have a computer do it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you're complaining about the kids, look at your own kid then, because you're probably raising them to love said computer. So let's just start
Sit
there.
on the tablet, on the phone.
Don't complain about the kids if you're a parent. I mean, let's just go there for starters. Our generation, Carey, like, you guys are lazy. Really, Mom and Dad? Really? Get it. Where I learn it from? I ain't Fred Flintstone, I can tell you that. My parents are hard workers, by the way. I don't, but we used to hear that. So, number one, this is your fault, Texter.
Oh, wow.
Didn't think it was going to go that way, did you? Huh. Number two, I don't disagree with you in terms of taking the human element out of the game. I care more about the flow. If the flow is interrupted constantly, then do away with it and lean more into the human aspect of the game.
Here's the thing. I was an umpire. I told you all that I was an umpire. That was one of my first jobs when I was 16 out in Clayton. I used to umpire baseball games for, teenagers. I was a teenager myself, but like 12, 13-year-olds, 10-year-olds. It's important to make sure you get the call right, man. And are you going to get every one of them right?
No, sir.
Nope. None of us are. And even as a head coach, I would tell the referees before the game, hey, man, just let's have a good game. I'm not the fuss and cuss if you blow a call. I tell them, you're probably going to make some bad calls. I'm going to make some bad calls over here, too.
Sure.
Like, I'm going to make a bad call. Probably should run it on 3rd and 1. I'm going to pass it. Get sacked. Got to punt on 4th down. It could happen. It's a bad call.
Yeah.
Right? So I understand that comes with the territory, but let's try to eliminate many or numerous bad calls, because the more bad calls you have, the harder it is for you to keep the flow of the game going and to win. Like, if you're constantly blowing calls, like I had a referee tell me one time, as a player for the opposing team jumped off sides, false started, whistle should blow, flag should go up. The man told me it didn't impact the play. I said, excuse me?
What?
What do you mean by that?
It doesn't
That's
matter.
not the rule.
Yeah.
The play shouldn't even happened. What
the hell are you talking about?
It was a false start, man. It was a receiver that took off running before the play started. He said I didn't impact the play. Are you serious, man? That's not how that works. What are you doing? So if you got it wrong completely, we got a problem. But referees, umpires, people that are officiating games are going to make mistakes. But you can't make a whole bunch of mistakes and think nobody's going to just let you go about your day and it's all good.
Yeah, hopefully there's some sort of compromise here or some sort of balance. Get rid of the guys that are making the most egregious errors, and you can hold them accountable. Let's just start there.
Maybe that's what this is supposed to do.
And maybe, Carey, I think, Carey, you were the one that brought up the fact that it's still new. They're going to iron some things out. They tried it first in the minor leagues. Now they're trying it in spring training. They're trying to work this out. The last thing you need, remember, this is the same league that decided to put the pitch clock in and all that so that they could speed up the game a little bit more. They're not going to go backwards because
And slow it down.
Yeah, and slow it down because they want to challenge every ball strike call. So yeah, we'll figure it out, Marsh.
Question number 2.
All right, from the 618, without discrediting Monty and his accomplishments, I know he's a great coach, but is there any concern with the state of the Blues this early into his deal?
If we're going to blame Jim Montgomery for a down year for 85% of the team, then let's get rid of him.
Oh.
Right? Don't you think? I mean, it's his fault. These guys are injured. He caused the injuries for sure.
Oh, I don't think so. I don't think that's accurate.
But isn't that what we're doing here?
Well, but I don't think we should be.
I don't think that's what.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it.
And you know it.
That's the way I took it.
Jamie, I can see it on your face.
So
you don't blame the injuries for the Blues on Jim Montgomery.
I don't, but some people are blaming their play and everything on Jim Montgomery.
Do you think that that's what this guy is doing?
Well, isn't that what he just asked?
Well, the way that I took the question is, is there any concern with the state of the Blues with Monty at the helm? The way that I look at it,
he's blaming Monty.
Well, no, the way that I look at it, and maybe he is, but the way that I interpret the question is the group of players now that have had a Stanley Cup winning head coach in Craig Berube. They essentially wouldn't listen to him. And now Jim Montgomery, who also is a very well-established head coach in the NHL with a lot of accomplishments, they're not really listening to him either.
So fire the coach?
No. I'm saying...
Is that what he's saying?
I don't know what the hell the question is anymore.
What? Can you read the question again?
Without discrediting Monty and his accomplishments, I know he's a great coach. Is there any concern with the state of the Blues this early into his deal?
So then what is he...
That to me, so he buttered you up with the, no, he's a great coach. He's very accomplished. No discredit. But do you think he's messed up? What are we doing here? That's how I took that.
I think it's a bit of a crap sandwich.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's my interpretation is like, hey, Monty's great. Oh, he's got all these accomplishments, but we're not playing well, so should we get rid of him?
That's how I took that, and I would say, hell no. Why would he know?
Now, I don't know that for sure because it is a little bit of a buttered up, convoluted question. If we're interpreting it wrong, I apologize. To put a bow on it, I don't...
Thank you for your apology. It's accepted.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, you wrote that one? Okay, good question, Anthony. Well done. I don't think it's a Jim Montgomery problem. I think right now, and we talked about it a lot today, it's unfortunate. Injuries happen. Everybody deals with it. Mm-hmm. It just seems like this has really impacted this team this year. And underperformance. You know, you can only get so much blood out of the stone.
Can I say it? Because you won't say it.
You can say anything you want.
Hell no, Monty ain't got nothing to do with this. The damn players are on their third coach, man. They got a Stanley Cup coach fired. They got Drew Bannister, who came in here with all these great ideas, great man, just tried his hardest, and they got his ass fired too. Then they played great for like 15 games, and our asses was like, oh, go Blues! Let's go Blues! Then their ass came out here this year and did this. How the hell you gonna blame any coach? Blame the players, man. I keep telling y'all coaches, hey, man, coaches do their job. They are an integral part to a successful team. But when said team don't do what said coach says, they stink. And that's where they are.
I think that's kind of how I interpreted the question, where I look at it and we have a head coach who, when he was with Boston, I mean, that team was incredible. And now the way that the roster is constructed, you're not essentially allowing this head coach to coach maybe the way that, or get the most out of it.
So you're saying it's roster construction?
Yes.
So you're alluding to the fact that it could be a front office problem.
Where it's a roster construction problem, where it's like, it doesn't matter what coach you have in there. They're not getting the most, like, they're not playing to their potential.
What if this is the most these players have to offer is sporadic play?
Well, then I feel bad for Jim Montgomery.
Yeah, I'm just being serious. Like, what if, because sometimes when you draft a player, trade for a player, sign for a player, you don't always know, right? It's like you go buy a brand new car, you think it's going to run perfect. It's supposed to. That's what they told you. All the things are right there. But every now and then, you got a car that underperforms. Mm-hmm. Keeps pulling to the right. Well, the wheels are aligned for, I don't know what, but it keeps pulling to the right. It doesn't always start. The auto start doesn't work all the time. Like, so maybe that's the problem. It's not really a front office problem. They look at the roster, but these players should be playing at this level, but they're not. So ultimately, you got to find a way to change it up. Mm-hmm. Do I think firing the coach is the change up you need? No, I don't think that's the case. You've been through 3 head coaches now in a very short period of time. I think that there needs to be some change within the roster. And I think it's going to be difficult to do in a very quick manner. It's going to be difficult to do that.
We did get a follow-up text from the same listener who sent in the question. 618 says, I don't think it's a Monty problem at all, to be honest. I meant more like Marshy was alluding to, but I do think with a 5-year deal, fair or unfair, he's going to be the easiest scapegoat.
Monty ain't going nowhere.
Well, the coaches are always the first ones to get the finger pointed at him, right? Like, we know that, every sport. Well, what the hell's going on with that team? Who's the coach?
Right.
It's like, well, not like, who's the player that's not playing well? It's like,
yeah. And it is the easiest thing to do.
And I think that's where I'm coming from with this question, where you have a great head coach. It would be a real shame if the way the team is constructed, you're not able to get to where you want to be with that coach because the players just aren't there. The right players are not there for, to ultimately build to where you want to go.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a shame to not capitalize on having such a great head coach.
I agree, and I think that's why Army gave him the 5 years, is because he thinks he is the right guy.
Right. All right, let's carry over the Sports Six-Pack. Part 2 is next. Keep those questions coming in. 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Part 2, the Sports Six-Pack next.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack here on the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Speaking of Marsh, he's got question 3 for us.
Question number 3.
All right, from the 314, we all know that NHL players couldn't possibly play at a playoff intensity all season. How is that unlike the NBA and all the tanking talk?
Huh? Tanking talk? Well, this has nothing with load management or tanking. This has everything to do with your body can't keep up the same pace of play.
He needs to hear the question again.
What?
What'd you shake?
Go ahead. No, James. I'm shaking
I'm bang
my
on.
head. Yeah, you're on. I'm shaking my head at the question. Like, how can you compare the two?
That's not even in the same realm of like.
Well, I think he said that NHL players don't
read it
play
again for
at a. Go ahead.
Read it again.
I'll read it again. We all know that NHL players could not possibly play at a playoff intensity all season. How is it unlike the NBA and all of the tanking talk?
How is it unlike?
They're actually playing. That's how it's unlike. The hockey players are playing, and the NBA players are sitting on their ass because they had too many games, too many minutes today.
You don't ever have a player in the NHL ask for a night off for load management. I played a lot of hockey here recently. No, by the way, your finger's
your
broken.
damn job.
Tape it to the one beside it then. I'll keep playing.
Call that buddy taping.
Yeah.
Your fingers hurt? Well, now your back's going to hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. No, I understand the question of like you can't play at a high level. You can't play at a playoff level for 82 straight games. Absolutely. But these NBA players aren't playing at an NBA playoff level for like 10 games.
Did I tell you that NBA players are soft? Basketball players in general. Like like you got a handful of guys that are tough guys, like play through injury, and I think they all. Well, I won't say all. I think they're soft. Like I do. Just my experience of basketball players in general. Like I played basketball, man. Like I played basketball growing up. Like it was my favorite sport. I loved it. Still do. And I would have guys, like I didn't mind standing in front of somebody and taking a charge. I had guys on my basketball team that moved out. Hey, coach, get his ass out of the game. He can't play out here. He don't want to take a charge because it's going to hurt. You got to get your soft ass on the bench, man. You don't have to take a charge over there. You can sit there and watch. And guess what the coach did? Get your ass out. Like, it's a mindset, and it just, I think, festers throughout there. And extremely talented. Like, I'm not taking anything away from the ability to be athletic and play your sport at a high level and do all of those things, but it has shifted to a softer mentality where I can take time off and not be penalized for. I don't have to play. The NBA had to put a rule in because of so much load management. If you don't play enough games, you're not considered for any postseason awards. You can't win MVP. You can't win first team All-NBA. You can't win this award or that award because you're not playing in enough games because you don't want to work. Mm-hmm. Man, get your soft ass out of here.
They keep paying them, though.
Boy, do they pay them well, too. They do.
All right, next question.
Question number 4.
From the 636, can someone explain to me why people think the Cardinals will actually be worse this year? Yeah, losing Contreras and Donnie hurt, but Arenado was a non-factor last year, and we got pitching. I think the kids will be over 500.
I don't think they'll be worse. I don't think they'll be dramatically worse.
How many games they win last year?
78. I don't know. I feel like we've asked this question.
I can't keep up, man.
Each one of us have asked that question, and none of us can remember it.
What's that? Last night or last year? I think it's 78 games.
78 games.
All right, 78.
Good, man.
Somebody remember it.
Write it down.
78.
78's the number.
I think they'll be right around 78.
7, 8.
I don't think they're dramatically worse.
Yeah, I don't know. I said last year in the middle of the season, I remember saying it, is if we get rid of all those guys, I don't know if the team really gets that much worse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Losing Sonny Gray hurts.
Well, it depends how hot it is.
He deserved that.
Sweaty and the hot
but
balls.
Sonny Gray's a good pitcher.
Slippery balls are sweaty when it's hot outside.
Sure is.
You guys done?
He said.
We're just talking about quoting Sonny Gray.
Balls were. He said it.
He said the balls were slippery.
They were sweaty.
Hey.
The balls that he uses, it's multiple balls.
They don't use one ball in a game, Anthony.
That he uses.
He said ball.
There's balls all over the place in the game.
You know what
the
he meant.
balls were sweaty and it was slipping out of his hand.
Yes.
Yeah. He didn't have any control over it.
Don't participate. Don't participate.
We're quoting him.
Am I wrong?
No, you're right,
Okay.
Gary. Anthony's just not paying attention.
What are you doing, man?
That's, fine. Question whatever, please.
Question number 5.
All right, from the 314. If you could have one former Blue or Cardinal.
Sorry. He said the balls were wet.
Wow. Because he was sweaty.
He was sweaty.
Yeah.
He was sweaty. The balls were wet.
I'm sure both were true. Let's be honest.
Thank you, Mahomes long body.
Question 12, please.
Go ahead.
Are you guys ready?
Yep.
For this next question?
Yes, sir.
From the 314. If you could have one former Blue or Cardinal back that is still playing, who would you bring back?
Tommy Edman.
Tage Thompson. Give me that Tage.
Zach Bolduc.
Troublemaker. Can you imagine Tage Thompson in that one-timer spot on the power
Tage
play?
Thompson, I think, is the only option for the Blues.
Yeah.
For the Cardinals,
Tommy Edman, I don't know.
Who's
like,
that?
do we still get to keep everything we have? Because I'll Donovan, you know.
Well, you got
What's it? You dogged on Tommy Edman, but you said Brendan Donovan?
I didn't. He dogged on Tommy Edman. You
You
jerk back.
dogged on Tommy Edman. You said who said
but don't
Tommy
give me
Edman?
Brendan Donovan.
Who else you got to take?
Oh, I'm sorry. Might as well just say, give me Tommy's JC then. Like, pick all the same damn
we already
player.
have him.
He's here already.
I know,
man.
but
what do you mean?
know. Give me a good
Confused.
player.
What the hell are you talking about?
Tommy Edman is a world champ. What are we talking about?
You know what, Sandy Alcantara?
I was thinking a pitcher.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, now the light bulb went off. You still want your guy Donnie?
Why is he so mad?
Why are you so mad at me?
He's pissed off at you. He hated your answer.
I did. I really, truthfully hated your answer.
Hey, can I have another go at this?
Please.
Sandy Alcantara.
There you go. I like that answer.
Okay.
Don't piss him off.
I think I hated it because we just traded Donovan.
Well, that's why I asked, do we
Yeah.
get to keep the players that we got for him?
I see what you
That's
did
why I
there.
asked.
That makes more sense.
Jamie missed that part.
He still hates it.
Yeah.
I still hate it.
He still hates it.
Okay.
Is there
I hope my second answer is okay with you, Jamie.
I thought it was excellent.
Thank you.
I talked to the board of governors and they approved it.
There you go.
Is it concerning that it's taking us a little bit to try and figure out a former player that we would actually want to bring back? And the list
for the
is very
Cardinals?
short
Concerning?
for
No.
both teams.
Why do you think we're here, Marsh? Concerning?
It didn't
No.
take that long.
Eye-opening?
Vince Dunn.
Sure.
Take him back too.
No, he said Cardinals.
He said both teams.
Both.
He just
You
said
said
both
bowl?
teams. Yeah.
Bowl. Bowl.
Manute Bowl?
Manute Bowl? You want Manute Bowl back? You can. I don't think for the Blues we did that. Tage Thompson.
Tage, and then Vince Dunn. Take him.
Okay, so then let's go with the Cardinals then.
Okay. Yeah. No, I think it's eye-opening, right? Mm-hmm. You're not dying to have some of these guys back. Why?
You could probably slot like Randy Arozarena in left field.
Yeah.
That'd be okay.
But,
Yeah, I'd do that.
He's not the same guy that he once was.
No. Right.
You gonna get Marcell Ozuna back?
Nah. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We got the Gauntlet coming up. Ben, round 3.
Oh, yeah.
Round 3. Ben, next on 101 ESPN. This month is rapidly closing in, and when it comes to Auto Centers Nissan and the great deals that they have, they're not going to last forever. They're clearing inventory fast. You don't want to wait too long here. In fact, you don't want to wait to the end of the month because March 1st is Sunday. So get out to Auto Centers Nissan. They've got over 1,000 new and used vehicles in one massive location right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. The offers are aggressive on select new Nissan models until Sunday. You get 0 payments for 6 months, 0 money down, and 0% APR for 60 months. So we're talking about 3 zeros, thousands in immediate savings. If you're shopping used, select pre-owned vehicles, qualify for 0 down and no payments for 3 months. Every financed new or used vehicle includes complimentary walkaway finance protection, and you get a 30-day return promise with any new Nissan, giving you confidence after the sale that you can return the vehicle for a full refund if you're not completely satisfied with it. Inventory's moving quickly. Get out there. Make sure that you tell them Stalter sent you from when you do head out to Herculaneum. It's Auto Centers Nissan and AutoCentersNissan.com.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN 4:05. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Well, I don't think this has ever happened before. Our guy Ben did not pick up the phone. Several attempts made by Marshy. Hopefully everything is good with Ben, and maybe he's just caught up with work. But Ben will have to pause that gauntlet. He was going to go into round 3. And instead of Ben, we got Chase on the line right now. What's up, Chase?
What's up, fellas? How we doing?
We appreciate you stepping in, man. Thank you. Would you like to take on Jamie, Carey, Marsh, or me in round 1?
Let's go with Carey.
Carey Davis.
Good luck, Chase.
Thank you very much.
All right. Carey's going to head into the cone of silence. Chase, you're going to tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
Chase, what category are you hoping for?
Hoping for random, honestly. Don't really hoping for here.
Hoping for random. What does he get?
Not random.
Football. How do you feel about football?
Not great. Not great.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens, man. You never know.
You just don't know.
Thank you, Marshy.
Of course.
When it comes to Carey, if there's a bunch of dates and things like that, that can really trip him up with football. So, let's see how you do here. So, Chase, you're going to get 4 football questions. I'm so used to random, we've been getting it.
Yeah,
constantly.
we have.
You're going to get 4 football-related questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yep.
The Seahawks are reportedly unlikely to use a franchise tag on running back Kenneth Walker. Where did the Super Bowl 60 MVP finish his college career?
Give me the options.
Michigan State, Georgia, or Auburn?
I'm going to go with Georgia. Final answer.
All right, Chase, question 2. 27 years ago, John Elway won his 2nd Lombardi Trophy with the Broncos. Who finished as his top receiver in that 34-19 win over Atlanta with 152 yards?
Oh, yeah. Options.
Was it Ed McCaffrey, Shannon Sharp, or Rod Smith?
Go with Shannon Sharp. Final answer.
Question number 3. On January 8th, 2000, Tennessee staged the Music City Miracle. Tight end Frank Wycheck participated in that key sequence, catching a lateral from which of the Titans' offensive players?
Oh, my God. Options.
All right, your options are Eddie George, Lorenzo Neal, or Derek Mason.
Can I get the question just one more time?
Of course. On January 8th, 2000, Tennessee staged the Music City Miracle. Tight end Frank Wycheck participated in that key sequence, catching a lateral from which of the Titans' offensive players?
Go C. Final answer.
You said C?
Yeah.
All right, that is Derek Mason.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, Chase, last question. Lamar Jackson is currently tied for the best career passer rating with whom?
Oh, my.
Can you repeat that?
Sure. Lamar Jackson is currently tied for the best career passer rating with whom?
Just going to go with Tom Brady. Final answer. Shot in the dark there.
I don't blame you.
Okay. All right, let's get back. Carey from the Cone of Silence. Chase, how you feeling?
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe it's my lucky day.
Okay, yeah.
I like the attitude.
Me too. Me too.
Oh, Carey's back. He's grinning. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing great,
You
man.
good?
How you guys doing?
You happy?
I'm always happy.
Nah, it's not true.
Come on, man.
Exactly. Come on, man.
What category were you hoping for?
Oh, man, hockey's been kicking my butt, so I need football would be great. I love football. I played it.
Well,
Baseball would be cool. I like baseball. People don't think I like Cardinals, but I love them.
Well, you got random. Just kidding.
Yeah.
You got football.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you sick.
Careful what you wish for.
Son of a gun.
All right, you ready?
Oh, thanks, Jamie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Question 1. The Seahawks are reportedly unlikely to use a franchise tag on running back Kenneth Walker. Where did the Super Bowl 60 MVP finish his college career?
Michigan State, final answer. I don't like how you worded that question.
Sure.
Where he ended it.
That was the question, Carey.
That was a weird way to. That was a weird way to say that.
But you did say
weird,
final
man.
answer.
Final answer. You're weird, man. You're a weird guy.
You're a weird guy.
guys. Question 2. 27 years ago, John Elway won his second Lombardi Trophy with the Broncos. Who finished as his top receiver in that 34-19 win over Atlanta with 152 yards? Feels like yesterday.
Yeah, it does. I mean,
As a junior in high
Shannon
school.
Sharp. Who was on that team? Would it be Rod? It's probably Shannon Sharp. I don't remember much about that game, though. Give me the options, please.
Was it Ed McCaffrey,
Easy Ed McCaffrey.
Shannon Sharp, or Rod Smith?
I had 2 and 3. Didn't think about old Eddie. I'm going to go with Rod Smith. I probably should have just took a shot in the dark, but I'll go Rod Smith on that one. Final answer.
Question 3. On January 8th, 2000, Tennessee staged the Music City Miracle. Tight end Frank Wycheck participated in that sequence, catching a lateral from which of the Titans' offensive players?
Should be Kevin Dyson. I'm second guessing myself on that name. Did he catch it or did he throw it? Because he said, read the question again. Can't fool again.
On January 8th, 2000, Tennessee staged the Music City Miracle. Tight end Frank Wycheck participated in that key sequence, catching a lateral from which of the Titans' offensive players?
Huh? He caught it from someone and then he threw it? Oh, I'm all jacked up, man. I'm all jacked up off of Mountain Dew. Jesus. That is a confusing question. Andrew Marsh?
That was a confusing play. Just ask the opposition.
I didn't write the question.
It's a confusing question because I'm trying to... he threw it. He didn't chug his big ass down the field and score. He threw it to somebody, but did he receive it from someone first? Was it handed to him? Oh, this is ridiculous. I don't like this question at all.
What's your answer, man?
I don't like this question. It's in the weeds. Give me Kevin Dyson. Give me Kevin Dyson, final answer.
Okay.
That's in the weeds, man. It's in the weeds.
All right. Question 4. And that one could cost you.
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson is currently tied for the best career passer rating with whom?
Oh, I just saw this the other day. Is it Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre? Not Aaron Rodgers. It's somebody. No. I just saw this. I just looked at this. I think it's Aaron Rodgers. I think it's Aaron Rodgers. But that's a guess. Aaron Rodgers, final answer. Damn it, I don't like it. This is going to be bad, man.
Okay. Let's see here.
I didn't like that Wycheck question.
Let's start with it.
That was messy.
On January 8th, 2000, Tennessee staged the Music City Miracle. Tight end Frank Wycheck participated in that key sequence, catching a lateral from which of the Titans' offensive players? Carey, confused as all hell, said Kevin Dyson, who was the one that scored on that play. Chase listened to the options, and he went with Derek Mason. Correct answer is
Lorenzo Neal.
That's ridiculous.
Lorenzo Neal fielded it. He handed it to Wycheck, and then Wycheck threw it to Dyson.
I knew it was worded weird.
Watch.
Lorenzo Neal.
That was why I missed that one
the
too,
Cardi.
Carey.
Yeah.
Hands it to him.
I knew it was a weird worded question.
I mean, he handed it to Wycheck. Wycheck threw it over to Dyson. Dyson threw it.
Remember
Dyson,
Lorenzo Neal catching the kickoff?
It's like trivia.
You know what?
Apparently
I
neither
happen to
you
love
nor
the
Chase did.
Titans, and I remember that.
You didn't remember that.
No chance.
All right. 0-0. You know what? The rest of these, let's just go right down. The Seahawks are reportedly unlikely to use a franchise tag on running back Kenneth Walker. Where did the Super Bowl 60 MVP finish his college career? With the options, George went with Chase went with Georgia. Chase went with Georgia. Carey went with Michigan State. Correct answer is...
That's the home of Anthony's favorite quarterback, Michigan State.
Turkey football,
let's
baby.
Go, Turkey football.
It's Jeff Smoker. Carry up 2-0. 27 years ago, John Elway won his second Lombardi Trophy, cheating with the Broncos. Who finished as his top receiver in that 34-19 win over Atlanta with 152 yards? Chase with the options went Shannon Sharp. Carey with the options went Rod Smith. Correct answer is...
Rod the Bod Smith.
Yeah, he caught the one pass over Eugene. I spent the night in jail, Robinson.
Yeah, he did.
All right, Carey up 3-0 now.
What's wrong with
He's pissed off about the Falcons losing. And it shouldn't even been there, but that's another story for another day. Damn, Vikings team was real. I don't give a damn what you say.
Lamar Jackson is currently tied for the best career passer rating with whom? Carey went with Aaron Rodgers. Chase went with Tom Brady. Correct answer is...
Aaron Rodgers!
But I've deducted 6 points from Carey. So Carey's got a -1. Chase with a 0.
Whatever, man.
Chase.
You have chosen poorly.
Sorry, Chase. You
Good
didn't
job,
feel
Chase.
good about that one. I'm assuming, Chase, you're probably in your 30s or even your 20s.
Yeah, late 20s. I had my lunch pack since the first question, fellas.
I'm sorry, man. When you struggle with the Music Series Miracle and the other one, I figured you're probably young. So we appreciate
what are you going to do?
Yeah, man. We had fun with you. We hope you try again.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Have a good
Take
one.
care. You
Good
too.
job, Chase.
You too. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there.
Oh, is that why you deducted?
Maybe the Vikings should have won the damn game. Maybe their field goal kicker, who hadn't missed all year, should have actually
You know what?
put it up and
Anthony,
through the
I
uprights.
apologize if I hurt you. I apologize. You know what I mean?
Maybe they should have ruled Santonio Holmes out of bounds.
I just apologize.
Wow.
He's still going.
We should do that. You want to do that game, Carey? We can do it all night long.
This is going back to yesterday. The Go Chips.
It is. Go Chips.
Did the Chips go last night?
They covered.
They almost won.
Did they?
Yeah.
They
Almost
had
won
a plus
outright.
13? I thought you had them at I thought you had them at minus 13.
No, I had them at plus 13.
They lost by 2.
Yep. Fire up Chips, baby.
Yeah, man.
Fire up
Go
Chips.
Chips.
Don't piss him off.
Wow. All right, let's do Bet the Board, where Jamie's 0-8 in his last 8 picks. It's next on 101 ESPN.
Christie kicks it high and short. Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25. Pitches it back to Wycheck.
In 10 minutes, we'll talk to Blues head coach Jim Montgomery, our weekly chat with the coach. But first, we've got about the board. After last night's performance, Marsh, where does everybody stand?
Carey is on a hot streak right now. He has 11 points. Anthony, you're in second place with 7. Jamie has 6, and I have 5. I am eliminated.
Marsh officially
who's leading, Carey?
eliminated.
With how many?
11.
I've got 6.
You have 6.
6 is the number. And Friday is the last day, which, by the way, is a Freedom Friday.
This Friday? What's today? Today's Wednesday?
Today's Wednesday.
2 more days, eh?
Yep.
It's on me, I guess, huh?
Yes,
you guys
sir.
waiting on me?
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
Clearly you're not.
I'm struggling with this pick. Give me the... I guess I can go there. Nope, I'm going to go with my first mind. Give me UConn on the alternate line at minus 3.5. You like that one?
You like that?
I do. I like it a lot.
Who's up? You, Anthony?
I'm going to go, I got Texas A&M plus 9.5 on the alt line against Arkansas. Texas A&M plus 9.5 against Arkansas. Jamie?
Me?
Yep.
All right, let's stay with the NBA here. Not NHL.
Just
back.
do the not thing?
He did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not.
1990.
The NBA has been very
Smokes.
unfriendly to me. All right, first game back after the Olympic break. Couple things I know about that is usually the favorite team wins those games, and usually there's a lot of goal scoring. Not everybody's had their full team. Not everybody's practiced defense. So, here we go. Give me the Avs on the money line, minus 125. And give me the Jets on the money line, minus 125. Sabres, Devils, give me the over in the first period. All of these are 1.5, by the way. Flyers, Capitals, give me the over in the first period. Leafs, Tampa, give me the over in the first period. The Kraken and the Dallas Stars, give me the over in the first period. And finally, the Avs at the Mammoth, give me the over in the first period.
Wow, okay.
7-leg parlay. I'll take a picture and I will send it to the chat.
All right. You go, Jamie.
Got to do something.
I'm also looking at the NHL. Nathan McKinnon, while he did miss the net on Sunday morning,
Oh, wow.
I don't think he'll miss the net tonight.
Oh, man.
In fact, he's going to shoot the puck so much because he is so ticked off about losing the gold medal game that I think he'll have 4+ shots on goal tonight against the Utah Mammoth.
Wow.
And that's at minus 125.
That's a great bet.
Okay.
Too bad it doesn't mean anything.
Marsh, when was the last time, and I don't mean this to, like, I'm not being a jerk. I'm really not, because it's been a long
When was the last time I won?
Yeah, it's been a long time for me, too. Because Jamie's been on a hot streak.
Jamie, he's changed
This has been
Didn't
a
you-
really bad
Yeah,
one.
if you want to know, Anthony, last time I won was in November.
Okay.
Won back-to-back months, October, November.
I think the last time I won was before that.
It was
so-
April. It was
Yeah.
last April, Anthony.
Yeah, it's been a year for
Oh,
me.
wow.
What about
Why are
me?
you
Was it
attacking
last
Anthony?
February?
He attacked me for a second.
I
When
admitted
was the last
that.
time I won?
Oh, Carey.
It was
you're-
February.
Oh, my gosh.
Of last
It's like the
year.
Buffalo Sabres being in the
Last year.
playoffs. You haven't won in over a year, Carey.
It was February.
It was January.
Was it January?
It was January.
It's bad, man.
Oh, this is not cool. This is not cool. Actually, technically, I might have won that one month. We just haven't gone back and checked my parlay.
You didn't check it. You don't know.
I have no idea, you know?
That's a good point.
That's what happens when you're in the same room with the Los Angeles Dodgers. You really don't have a chance.
It's Jamie, isn't it?
Wow. Tell you what, boys, if this parlay does hit, though,
You got a horseshoe jam so
Massive.
far up your you-know-what
yep.
that there's no chance for us. You're the only one of us that hit the parlay.
Yes.
You had, what, an 18?
8-team parlay
Wow. I came...
on the last day of the month.
Yes.
Eesh.
I've come up one short
You were close.
a couple of times.
Because I was monitoring the one time, and you were right there. And then, He just fell just short. You were like, what's his name against the Rams, where he just short of the goal line.
Yeah, I was Kevin Dyson.
Kevin Dyson.
Was that it?
That was Kevin Dyson. I fell one short in the Miracle. The
Miracle on
Well,
Ice.
it wasn't the same game.
Wasn't the same game. No, same playoff though.
Miracle on Ice.
Yeah.
That's what you were looking for, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nope.
Definitely wasn't Lorenzo Neal who was short 1 yard.
No. Nope, it was Kevin Dyson. No, that parlay. Remember, it was like the next day. It was like a Sunday college football game. It was like early in the season, and I'm like, boys, I may hit this 10 team. They got whacked. It was like over in the first quarter. I'm like, well,
you should have said nothing.
yeah, don't have to worry about this. All right, Jim Montgomery's going to join us next. Talk to him about the Blues. I don't know, what do you want to call it? You want to call it the second half? Post-Olympics? Let's call it Post-Olympics. Post-Olympics Blues talk next with Jim Montgomery.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Blues get back in action tomorrow night as they take on the Seattle Kraken. You can listen to that game right here on 101 ESPN. Pregame starts at 6. Puck drop is at 7, and we are going to have some post-Olympic Blues talk with Blues head coach Jim Montgomery next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
We're talking puck with the head coach of your St. Louis Blues, Jim Montgomery. Coach Monty is presented by Fisher Window and Door Store, offering quality American-made Marvin windows and doors. Visit their showrooms in Brentwood and East Alton, Illinois.
All right, just as March said in the Sports Center update, let's head to the Collier and Thompson phone line, chat with our guy, Jim Montgomery, head coach of your St. Louis Blues. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you boys?
We're good, Monty. We're good. We're rested. Well, at least I am. So these guys didn't get a chance to get away, but that's all right. We won't rub their noses in it.
We talked about you last week, Jamie.
I bet you did.
Coach has some.
All those ribs, all those people in Mexico, they think you were killed as the leader of the cartel.
Hey, Monty, I said when I came back the next morning, like, all that's missing from my book is the shootout with the drug cartel in Mexico.
Oh,
I mean, that's all it's missing. The last chapter, we close it up. Hey, Coach, I'm sure you were asked this, and actually I know you were, but our listeners may not have seen the social media or whatnot. But, you know, what do you think of the Olympics, and in particular, just the pace of the game and how it went USA versus Canada?
Well, I thought, you know, for the sport of hockey, the Olympics were wonderful. You know, to see the best on best, and even the Finland and several of the other countries, Sweden especially, and Czech, and, you know, Switzerland played well, Slovakia played well. The pride you saw people playing for their country and everything we've seen, especially in the finals with Canada, USA, it's just been great for the sport, and I'm sure the sport is going to continue to grow because of it.
And watching the Olympics, you talked about Slovakia, and, I mean, Dalibor Dvorsky had himself a phenomenal tournament. You know, he comes back to the team now. How much do you think that can help him the rest of this season as a young player?
Well, you know, I think it's going to help a lot. And it was very evident in practice today. Like, he was shooting pucks. His pace was very impressive. So you can tell his confidence from the whole ordeal has just galvanized him. But I also saw that in Broberg and Suter so far. You know, obviously our Canadians haven't been back on the ice with us. And they'll be playing at a faster pace once we get going.
Coach, that's what I was going to ask you about, the guys that are returning for the Olympics. Your plan to kind of get them back into the swing of things is a time change. I remember we played in Japan for a preseason game, and coming back was it was hell, trying to get back adapted to the time. So how does that plan go, and what's the process for that?
Yeah, well, they say that every day you go an hour time change. It takes an hour to every hour takes a day to acclimate. So you go East Coast to West Coast. It's going to take 3 days to acclimate to the West Coast. So these guys are coming back from 7 hours. It's supposed to be a week. Now, most of our guys, of our 5 Olympians, several have been here for a week. 2 will be here for a week. So that won't be an issue for them. Dvorsky's been here for 3 days. But, you know, you do acclimate a little bit quicker when you head west than when you head east. It's a lot harder heading east.
Coach, the obvious question here, we kind of been talking about the guys coming back and whatnot. You have not had Binnington and Parayko on the ice for practice and whatnot. Should we expect them on the ice tomorrow morning or even playing tomorrow night?
Parayko will play tomorrow night. That's the plan. And he looked really good and refreshed this morning when he was there. You know, Binnington will not. We're going to go with Hofer tomorrow night. He'll get on the ice for the first time with the team tomorrow morning skate.
Hey, Coach, we're chatting with Coach Jim Montgomery here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. If you don't mind, obviously it's a personal conversation too, so you can tell me to buzz right off. I've heard it before. Did you reach out? Did you reach out to Jordan Binnington following the game? And, you know, again, if you don't mind sharing what the conversation you guys had, just checking in how he's doing following the loss.
Yeah, I sent a text to those guys, everybody involved, Doug Armstrong, and I thought, and it's just being honest, that Canada was the best team. In a one-game shot, just kind of like, you know, what we love about college basketball in the Final Four. It's a one-game shot. The best team doesn't always win. If that's the best out of 7, I think Canada's winning. But in a one-game shot, Hellebuck played great, and they had great timing on their goals, and they sacrificed blocking a lot of shots, and the American team won the Olympics.
Coach, as you look forward here now, post-Olympics with this team, you know, last year you guys went on that historic run into the playoffs. It was a great ending to the season. You know, time will tell what the future holds for this team ultimately. But, you know, what are some of the things you want to see from your team to start this last portion of the season?
I want to see, you know, a relentless attack as far as competing on pucks. We lose the puck battle, it's going to happen. The other team's trying to win too. But stay on the puck. Hunt it down until you get it back. And then that's got to be the mindset with the puck and without the puck. We're attacking their net. We lose it. Let's get it back and attack that net again. They get it. Let's make sure we're being physical. We're taking away time and space, and we have layers to what we're doing. So everything's about our competitive level and our identity of being a hard team to play against.
Coach, we saw the news that Robert Thomas, dealing with a personal matter, won't be back until Friday. Are the other guys that have been dealing with injuries, are you all healthy and ready to roll for Thursday night?
We are pretty much healthy. Everybody else. The only one would be Oscar Sundqvist. Came back and he started practicing on Monday. He should be fine to go, but he was dealing with a post procedure that he did for his ear. So, but everything looks okay in practice, although he wasn't at practice today.
Coach Jim Montgomery joining us right now on the Fast Line on 101 ESPN. Coach, the NHL trade deadline is March 6th at 2 o'clock local time, and you've been in the league a long time. You've coached, you played, so you know what the trade deadline is about, not only for your team, but also you know what it's like to be a player. What have you learned in previous trade deadlines that helps you now when it comes to coaching your team, and you might be dealing with players that might be playing elsewhere after March 6th?
Yeah, what I've noticed is the day before the deadline, if you're practicing, or the day of, expect it to be awful. Because everybody's mind is elsewhere. Sure. Especially, the day before or the day of. And the other thing is you don't talk about it. Like, everybody knows the trade deadline's happening, and if you talk about it, all it seems to do is it gives it more misery to it. We're pros. We understand it's part of the business, and we have a practice to do. We have a game to play. We have a meeting to attend. We have to be focused on what you control, which is the present.
Coach, I know you're a goal-oriented guy. What are some of the goals you have for this team? I mean, obviously everybody wants to make the playoffs to win a Stanley Cup. But everyone's quite aware of where you guys are right now, what the situation is, and nothing is ever out of the question. But short-term goals for this team, what do you have for that?
Yeah, it's very simple. It's making sure that we're hard to play against and that our competitive levels, and holding people accountable to their competitive levels. I don't expect Tyler Tucker and Snuggerud to play the same kind of game when it comes to winning battles. I do expect them both to be first on pucks. I expect them to win battles differently, but we're going to hold them accountable. And there's certain areas where a forward and a defenseman, there's certain areas where they have to be confrontational for us. And those are the things we're going to be trying to implement to build our culture and be a team that is very hard to play against because of those habits.
Monty, last year, following the Four Nations, we talked to you guys, and you talked about how you guys got together in the break, and you looked at your power play, your penalty kill, your systems, you adjusted a few things, you had good talks. Is there anything this year during the break that you guys looked at that you have adjusted, or things that the fans should be looking for?
Yeah, we looked at several things. We looked at where we were in analytics. We looked at, what's the areas we have to improve the most? What's the areas we're good at that we have to continue to even get better at? And then we looked at, special teams has to be better as a combined. We got to get to 105 for the rest of this stretch as far as PK and power play percentage combined. And the other thing would be to get into the top 10 in chances for and chances against.
Now, Coach, I want to shift gears real quick because you've known this man, Jamie Rivers, for a long time. And last year, I went to his house, watched the Four Nations gold medal game, and when Connor McDavid scored the goal, he I don't know where the hell he went, but he came back with a Canadian Speedo on, right? And so I was a little thrown off. I didn't know what type of party we were having, and I was a little bit confused. This time, you get the gold medal win by the USA, and he's in here chanting USA. I don't know who he is. Maybe you fellow Canadians can have a conversation and get him back on track because, he kind of sways with whatever way the wind is blowing day to day.
Well, the thing you love about Ribs, I believe he's a dual citizen. So,
he tells us.
Monty gets it.
So he's a bi nation lover.
There you go.
There you go. Well said. We're going to start calling him that, too.
By nation
I don't know
lover.
if we.
I like that,
It
Mike.
may not
That's
be
a good
completely
one.
accurate.
Yeah.
However, I will say.
I think it's quite accurate.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Monty, well said, by the way.
I could have said swing.
Yeah. Probably better. But no, I always say that Canada's my birth country, but then the U.S. is my home country because I live in the United States, Jim. I mean, I've been here longer than I was in Canada. I mean, these guys just don't get it, Coach. I'm sorry.
No, I'm with you because I have the exact same resume.
See, you guys tried to insult Monty. I won't let you.
Yeah. I don't think so. Coach, we appreciate your time. Thank you. Best of luck moving into the post-Olympic schedule now. We'll chat with you again next week.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. That's Coach Jim Montgomery here in the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Coach always says this.
Nation.
Lover.
I like that.
I do too.
That's a new, Put that on your resume.
He loves both
T-shirts,
Canada.
I'm sure, soon to be available.
I don't think I've
Canada and
seen
USA.
Jamie's face so red in my entire life.
I don't know if it's red.
Yeah, by nation lover. That's my guy here.
Waterboy by Nation Berry. Okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. What would be our ideal lineup for the St. Louis Cardinals? We'll talk about that next on 101 ESPN. I love working with our guy Stewie, Jamie, when it comes to refi, debt consolidation, when it comes to, purchasing a home. Even if you got a question about a pre-approval, our guy Stewie is phenomenal. And we don't laugh about helping 101 ESPN listeners, and he doesn't either. He provides that old school customer service feel. That's what you're going to get out of Stewie.
Yeah, it sure is, Anthony. And, he can do nothing but make you happy is what it is. Makes people around him happy. Great personal touch with all the clients. And if you're purchasing a home, he makes it super easy. Refinancing, it's a joy as well.
Yeah.
Stewie knows where the rates are going, has a pretty good idea on when the right time is to refinance. He'll keep track of it himself, and he'll call you. And you will be laughing at the end of it all as you'll be saving money and you'll be operating with a guy like Stewie who's got that great customer service and great knowledge in the financial world as well as the home industry. So you got to call him, though, Anthony. You got to call him at 314-324-4440.
Again, that number is 314-324-4440.
If you can't remember that, what can you do?
You can always Google the Beg Alone.
NMLS number 226715.
What would be our ideal Cardinals lineup for 2026?
Pujols, Jim Edmonds.
Those guys are retired.
What?
They're retired. I don't know if they can hit.
Well, is
like
it a question about like modern day or all time?
No,
it'd be modern day for 2026. Yeah.
Okay,
Opening day.
Opening day.
All right. Sorry, Anthony, I didn't understand
You're
the question.
fine. Yeah, sure. So obviously, like no Lars Newbar. He's not going to be ready for opening day. Okay. I don't think.
Are we certain about that? Hell, Levon Herrera ain't played yet either. He's day to day.
He'll be fine.
How you know?
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll DH.
Mm-hmm. So with no Newbar, then, what does your lineup look like? Let's just start off with the leadoff spot.
Victor Scott the second.
I have Mason Wynn.
I like Victor leading off better than Mason. Only because, and I know we can't hit over the. Okay, yeah, cool.
Who sounds like that?
Not a lot of people. I feel like that's what the texters sound like. That's just my multiple texter voice. But if he gets on base, it's automatic danger.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I would lead Victor Scott off as I would have him as my leadoff hitter.
All right.
I'm going to throw a name out there that I would love to see lead off. This guy hasn't played one single Major League Baseball game yet. J.J. Weatherholt. Set the table, kid.
No pressure for the kid.
None.
Nobody's going to want to walk him.
Why not? You're not going to want to walk Victor Scott either.
No,
they won't have to.
All right, so we have three.
He's one of them has my texter voice. It's him.
Yeah.
They won't have to.
What?
So we have three different answers from three different people. Jamie?
What was your answer?
Mason Wynn.
Oh, you said Mason Wynn.
I was going Mason Wynn.
Okay. This is where I have J.J. Weatherholt.
Oh.
I have Weatherholt at 2.
Okay.
You're putting a lot of pressure on the young lad.
It's going to be your best all-around hitter? I want my best all-around hitter hitting second.
It's just
a lot of pressure on the lad.
He'll be fine.
Isn't Ivan Herrera not your best hitter?
That's what I was looking at.
Best power hitter, sure. Get to him. Weatherholt second.
I've got Herrera here at 2.
Mason Wynn.
Okay. Marsh?
At number 2, I'm going to go with Mason Wynn.
Okay. So far, we have not agreed on a damn thing.
Nope. That's what you think was going to happen, buddy.
I didn't know. Third. Who do you have hitting third? Jamie.
I have JJ here.
Carey?
I'm probably going to Ivan Herrera.
Marshy?
I'm also going Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Ivan.
I have Alec Burleson hitting third.
Come on, man.
Alec Burleson in the 3-hole.
Who's your cleanup hitter then, Anthony?
Ivan Herrera. Give me Ivan Herrera in the cleanup spot.
I've got Burley here.
Okay.
I'm kind of. I'd go Burley.
You don't sound confident.
Nah, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
Do you want to change your pick?
Well,
if you look down, is your lineup not great? You're not feeling it?
When you say great, what do you mean?
Like you don't like it.
Oh. I mean, it's the players that you have, Anthony.
Okay. So who do you got?
I'll go Burley.
Okay, so Jamie and Carey's they have Burley. You going with the St. Louis Star here as well, Marsh?
At 4?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Give me Alec Burleson.
Do you like Burley over Herrera in the cleanup spot?
Yes.
Okay.
So far I have, right, left, right, left.
That matters.
Right, left. Yeah.
You got left, right, don't you? Am I wrong?
Right, left.
Right.
Right, left.
Oh, okay.
Right, because I have Walker batting 5th.
You have Walker 5th.
Gorman 6th.
We're only on 5. Jeez.
Sorry.
So who at number 5?
Jordan Walker.
Carey.
Jordan Walker.
Jamie.
Thomas Sajaci.
Oh. Okay. It's going to be tough to do that when he's in Memphis. I have Nolan Gorman hitting 5th. I think he's your perfect 5-inning donkey, you know?
Jeez.
This is where I have Walker at 6.
Okay.
I got Gorman at 6.
I've got Walker at 6.
And now go ahead, Marsh.
At 6, I have Nolan Gorman. I am looking at this 5-6, and I'm looking at a lot of strikeouts potentially.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yep. Number 7.
This is where I got JJ.
Okay.
Nolan Gorman.
Okay.
Thomas Sajaci, Anthony. He's going to be on the team.
All right, I got Fermin because he's out of options, and Sajaci is sent down.
Oh, my.
This
So
guy,
Fermin
John
is at
Mozeliak here.
7th.
Huh?
I'm just saying Fermin doesn't have options. He's got to be on the
You
team.
gotta play him, Anthony.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you got to play him. He could be a bench player.
Well, I'm working with what I have on the big league roster here. I can't place JC if he's in Memphis. Yep. All right.
Are we 8?
Yep.
8.
I got Pedro here.
I got Pedro.
I got Pedro.
Oh, we did it.
Pajes.
Yes, we did it. First time we agreed all lineup.
Yep. That'll be the only time.
Yeah. Number 9, I got Victor Scott.
Victor Scott.
Victor Scott.
Fermin.
Okay.
Oh, well, at least you have Fermin in there.
Yeah, the Ferminator.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right. So, again, we only agreed on Pajes. So what does this tell us?
Unanimously, Pajes.
Yes. Yeah, we did
Me and
have
Marshy
some.
agreed all
We
the
did
way.
have some agreement, but not. We did as a show. We did not agree on anybody outside of Pedro Pajes at Dave. So what does that tell us? What's the lesson?
We have no clue what the hell they're going to do.
All right.
You
That's
know?
fair. Fangraphs, if you want to go with them, their projected lineup. When Nootbaar's healthy, they got him leading off.
Yeah.
Then they got Herrera, Alec Burleson 3rd, Gorman 4th, Mason Wynn 5th, J.J. Weatherholt 6th, Jordan Walker 7th, Pajes 8, and Victor Scott 9.
I don't hate their lineup. Lars does change a bit of thing. Change at top of the order though. We didn't have Lars because he's
hurt.
He's not playing yet.
Right. Their bench: Poso, Ramon Urias, Jose Fermin, and Nathan Church. So they too feel as though that Thomas Sajaci will probably be in Memphis.
Well, then it's for sure.
Oh, gosh.
How do you have?
Why you gotta do that?
And Lars is hurt. Why would they have him leading off? Do they not know that?
Well, maybe they think that Lars Nootbaar was
Maybe
going
like
to
you,
play.
Carey.
He's going to play 150 games.
155.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. I've been pretty optimistic about this team. But when we put this on paper and I stare at it, I start to feel a little different.
You like it even more, huh?
Sure.
Yeah. Point to where the holes are.
Where are the easy outs?
Yeah.
The easy outs, you say? Well, in my lineup, it's around 5 or 6, maybe 8.
Nah. These guys are going to be good, man. You watch. You wait and see.
But hey, you know what?
See, man.
I hope I'm wrong. And I hope my previous self is right. Like I said, when I look at it on paper, I'm like, oh.
Got him at 87 wins.
87?
Write it down.
Scary.
That's a lot less than we had him the other day. You had 120.
I had him at 120 yesterday.
Lars had 155 games played and 87 wins.
87 wins. Write it down.
Are you trying to do the thing where you're not going to apologize, but you're also going to like fake apologize for all the Dodger crap by saying the good things about
wins,
the
man.
Cardinals?
That's what it is, Anthony. That's what it is.
I'm a Cardinal fan. 87 wins.
That's what he's trying to do right now.
Yeah, he's trying to.
You didn't hear me talk about Mason Wynn yesterday?
He's doing the Bryce Harper thing.
We see right through your crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
87. It's a good number, man.
It's a great number. Sidney Crosby.
There you go. See
It
the kid.
happened.
Who's 87 in football that stands out?
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be Travis Kelce.
What number is Gronk?
80.
He was 87.
87?
Oh.
Yeah.
84?
Yeah.
No, he's
No,
87.
87.
Yeah.
So really
I think
good
the other
tight
guy
end.
was 84.
No, the other guy.
No, the other guy was
81.
81.
Oh, he was 81. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thou who shall not be named.
It says, is that 87 including spring training?
Oh, wow. Inter squad games.
It's a really good
harsh.
question. They won today, so
harsh.
you already got.
My favorite part of spring training is when the minor league players get on base and their name on the lower third graphic says minor league player. It's my favorite part of spring training.
Riddle me this, okay? It's Major League Baseball, and I know the owners are suffering biblical losses, but but can you really not have a nameplate for a kid who's playing in spring training? Like mom and dad,
a little
maybe
bit harsh.
girlfriend, maybe relative, best friend,
It's
or in
a
the crowd.
graphic.
No,
he's talking about the jerseys. Oh, the jersey.
The jersey.
Well, yeah. That's terrible.
You got some guys that got their name, and you got another guy that doesn't have a name.
You got to earn that name, man.
So, the NHL, no matter who it is that plays in preseason, they put the name on the back of the jersey, like to give the guy a little bit of, hey, man.
A little bit of respect.
You're here, at least for today.
Yeah.
You're here.
Right.
Even if it's a Velcro
you can feel good
patch
about
where they,
this. Right. Yeah.
Like,
something.
You can't put his name on there?
Nah. Give him a high number, no
like
name.
If nobody has their name, okay. But then you have like 6 players that have names and the other guy's not one, like nothing.
But it is motivation, right, Jamie? You look at it, you say, hey, I want my name
It's embarrassing.
to be on my back.
It would be like,
you don't know who I am.
It'd be like something having like 2 pros and 1 average Joe. Like it's just, why would they do that?
Yeah.
You don't have to do that.
No, you don't.
Ridiculous.
And you have to stick with it for like almost 2 years now.
Extended period of time.
Freshen it up.
I think we know
a little bit.
Like, but at this point, aren't we all pros in our in this industry?
In our craft.
We make money doing it. Doesn't make consider us as a professional?
No.
Huh.
Well, maybe each letter costs money, and Jamie used to make shirts and jerseys and whatnot. You know, maybe it costs more money. I feel like if anybody would understand that, it'd be you.
It does cost per letter as you do it. Now, that's if you do the heat press.
Yeah.
Now, embroidering it, sewing it on is certainly more expensive. But I don't know.
I think they got
feel
somebody
like
in-house that can do that.
Yeah. I feel like somebody probably throw a couple of letters on a jersey.
Probably take another 15, 20 minutes. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about you just make the nameplate and then you can just stitch it on one little bit so that it's on, and if you have to take it off, you see you later, kid. You got the red ticket in your locker, but at least he got to play with his name on his jersey.
And you might want to keep that jersey.
Take a picture. Some of these kids might be the only games they ever play wearing a major league uniform.
Yeah.
You want to keep that jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I just don't like it.
Do you think some of the players, if they don't have a jersey, they go to the team store and buy one and play in it? It has happened before.
It has happened.
Yeah, it's true.
I told you guys. I had a teammate that went and bought a jersey in the pro shop, wore it for warm-up, signed it, and said it was game used.
Oh, my gosh.
No lie.
Technically, it was used.
It was used.
It was pregame.
Pre-game.
Man, it still says game in the title.
The problem is that the back of this jersey was the press-on numbers and name.
At least he had a name.
Yeah.
He did have a name. Mm-hmm. The name, he will remain nameless. Like, really?
Did he? Was it to be? Who was it for?
I don't know. This player, it's in play that he sold it on
That's
eBay.
what I was gonna say. Did he sell it?
It's in play. I don't know for sure, so I can't throw out accusations. But we caught him because all of a sudden he comes out after warm up and he peels his jersey off, and we see him like tuck it under his stall, and then he has another jersey he puts on. We're like, what? How do you have 2 jerseys? That one is, another one was, and we busted him. What are you doing? It's all signed. What are you doing?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah, pretty much. Same player, by the way. We got tickets to playoff games. Same player, by the way, who took his tickets, because we used to have the paper tickets, went to his buddy, gave him the 2 tickets, had him go up to the front of the arena, sell the tickets, and split the money with him.
Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Yeah?
I swear.
Weren't the NFL players busted for that?
I don't know if it was for selling them. I don't remember.
I think that because NFL players get Super Bowl tickets, right?
Yeah, current player. You get. I think you can buy 2 when you're a current player.
Current player.
Yeah. You can buy 2.
You buy them.
Well, we were given 2. For home games, you're given 2. But that's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Then you.
Well, face value of them. Yeah.
These owners need to spend more money on their players.
100%, Marsh. All right, moving on. We got the biggest question of the day next.
Exciting times right now with my friends over at Circa Sports. They are giving you the chance to win owner Derek Stevens' wallet. That's right, not his actual wallet, but they are giving you a chance to win $250,000 in cash from February 3rd to March 15th. they're going to have a contest going on called Win Derek Stevens' Wallet. All you got to do, simply, the minimum bet is wager $100 and you earn a share. If you want to wager more, let's say it's $1,000, you earn 2 shares. And if you even go up to $5,000, you get 3 shares. And you can bet on anything from pro sports, college sports, straight bets to futures bets. You're not going to want to miss your chance to cash in and take home your share of Derek's wallet. And the best part, too, is there's no strings attached to it. If you win your share, you get your money. That's it. There's nothing attached to it at all. Circus Sports likes to do everything up front. Very simple, no fine print, none of that stuff. Derek Stevens is a man of his word, and he's basically giving away $250,000 in cash. All you got to do is go to the App Store or the Google Play Store, punch in Circus Sports, click on the white logo. That's for the state of Missouri. Once you click on that, go find Win Derek Stevens' Wallet, and you can register right there online. If you have any problems with that or you need more information at all, you can always visit circusports.com for more details. Must be 21 and over in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
5:04, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler, with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and James Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. So the biggest question of the day is, in regards to the Blues, what current players are part of the next good Blues team?
Ooh.
So to start the conversation, we probably need to project when the Blues will be good again. And I'm not saying good as they're going to win a Stanley Cup or they're a Stanley Cup contender. Just good in, like, they at the very least,
like
be a wild card team.
Like a guaranteed playoff team.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would define good.
So kind of like a team during the Ken Hitchcock run.
Yes.
Where they didn't make it every year, but like they're right there. Pretty consistent.
Yeah. So when do you think they're going to be good again? Let's start there.
I mean, a lot of that is going to depend on, what Army does at the deadline, what direction he goes, what direction he's able to go in. But if we just take it at face value right now, this exact roster, no changes. I would say you're probably 2 years, like not this year, the following year, to be not this year coming up, meaning next season.
Yeah, so 2028.
So 27, 28, it'd be 28, 29. I think you would be expected to be a team that is really pushing for a playoff spot. And then 3 seasons, you'd be, in my book, in your window of like
contending.
You should be thinking about serious winning at this point.
Okay, so I agree with that because I think having. We all kind of learned our lesson this year and just assuming that the team was going to just do build off of what it did a year ago.
Yeah.
And why, Jamie, you made this point earlier in the show. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you have thought that the Blues are just going to take the next step? They didn't, so let's be realistic and say, given the contract situations they have on the team currently, you don't have a lot of roster flexibility. It's going to take a year. So if they're good again in 28, 29, who on the current team is part of that Blues team?
Yeah, again, we're doing this right now with the current roster. I think Kyrou, Thomas are there based on the current roster, no changes being made. I think Buchnevich is probably on that team on a lower role. I think that he's a third liner at that point.
Fair.
Braden Shen, I don't know if he's on that roster anymore. He's got this year, next year, and then 27, 28. So he kind of and then he's UFA. So the year that we expect it to be, one of those years, he's a UFA. Does he sign a smaller deal, stay with the Blues, become that Alex Steen type fourth line center on a contending team? Maybe. But at this point, I'll say he's not. Pius Suter, I say he's not. Jake Neighbors, yes. Matthew Joseph, no. Dylan Holloway, yes. Berggren, no. Torpchenko, no. Sonny, no. Snuggie, yes. Dvorsky, yes. Jack Finley, I'll say yes. Otto Stenberg. Are we doing that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Otto Stenberg.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Gavin McKenna. Yes.
Oh.
What?
He's not on the current roster.
Yeah. All right, I tried. Okay, guys, I tried.
Come on, Carey.
Tried.
He's not there yet.
Sure, have a little joy in your life, huh?
You're right.
And that's kind of the only forwards right now that I have. They will find some free agents and maybe some trades.
Okay, so no Kyrou, no Thomas.
No, I said Kyrou Thomas to start it.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
You said Jack Finley. We have not seen him play a game with the Blues. Can you give fans a little insight of what he can bring to this team?
Yeah, he played really well for Tampa. He's a fourth line player right now. I think he's ceiling his third line, but that's okay. He knows that. He's 6'6", 220 pounds. And he's a massive human being, and he's still young. He's 23 years old. He's only going to get stronger as a big man. And like I said, he knows his role very well. He could elevate to third line, but he's good defensively. He plays physical. The offensive part of his game is not there right now. I don't know if he really projects to be an offensive type player, but he could be a good penalty killer down the road and a good role player.
So what leads you to saying this guy will be on the team when the Blues are good again?
Because he accepts his role, and there's no replacement for guys who can skate at 6'6", 220 pounds.
Okay. And he brings that grit that the team lacks right now.
He wins puck battles. He competes. I mean, John Cooper really liked coaching this player. The Tampa Bay Lightning did not want to lose this player. They tried to sneak him through waivers.
Like Colton Ellis with the Blues.
Colton Ellis. And Army said, not today, and scooped him up. So I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see his development over the rest of this season with the Blues.
All right, there you have it.
So now, as far as the defense corps is concerned, I think that you got to look at Broberg. Parayko will still be on that team. I think as of right now, you have to anticipate that Logan Mailloux will be kind of in that group, although time will tell. Cam Fowler, he'll be on the last year of his deal going into that season that is what we're predicting to be a serious season. So is he a third pair left-handed shot defenseman with that group? Probably. I think Jiricek is on that team. I think Lindstein is part of that team. I think Joel Hofer will be part of that team. Those are the guys I have right now.
Okay. I think it's a fair and an honest assessment of where the team could be in 2 years.
Grant Francis Fan Club says, why no Torpo? not that he asked if he'd be out of his prime. No, but here's what you're running into with Toropchenko is he's 26 years old right now. At the end of his contract, he'll be 29, bordering 30. He'll be an unrestricted free agent, which means he's probably going to explore the market. And I love Torpo, but what does he really bring to the table? Mm-hmm. Size, speed, finishes his hits, but you can't tell me that you can't find a 21-year-old to do that job.
Yeah.
You should have that in your depth chart. Would I like him to be a part? I like Torpo. Mm-hmm. Hey, keep him. Great. But I don't think he'll be here.
Sure.
That's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. Carey likes it. Carey likes it as well.
Well done, Jamie.
Thank you.
Broke that down.
Spot on. Spot on, Jamie.
Yep.
I don't know what that happened.
That was great.
It's too bad Marsh doesn't agree. But you know what?
Marsh hates my lineup.
Marsh is allowed to have his own thoughts and his own feelings on things.
He absolutely is.
What are you talking about?
We were talking about how you hated his
Anthony's going after you again.
I didn't say hate.
Dislike.
I don't hate his answer at all.
Oh, okay. Then that's on me. Joe Vitale will join us next here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
talking everything St. Louis Blues as we head into the Blues booth on 101 ESPN. Presented by Boardwalk Hardwood Floors. Find your perfect new floor at boardwalkhardwood.com.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Let's head to the Collier and Thompson phone line. Talk to our guy Joe Vitale. We'll be on the call. Many of calls heading into the post-Olympics for the Blues right here on the Blues Radio Network 101 ESPN. Joe, how are you?
What's up, boys?
Not much. So we haven't had. I know we talked to you last week about the Olympics, but what'd you think of the final between the USA and Canada?
Freaking awesome. Hey, USA. That's what I'm talking about. No, I was excited, guys. Listen, I'm from born and bred St. Louis, grew up on Emo's Pizza. I'm a U.S. man. Love my country. Jack Hughes' interview after the game was exceptional. You know, I'd like to see the Canadians whine. Yeah, I'd like to see that. I don't mind. Like seeing the Canadians whine. No, listen. Let's see the Canadian show for too long. You know, that was the American show. So for the next 4 years, I'm gonna strut my stuff like a big turkey. I'm gonna be so proud. I'm proud of my American boys and girls. Heck, those girls were awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you got part of that right, Joe.
What part did he not get right?
Well, he said
the women were awesome.
He's gonna strut like a big turkey. I said that's correct. What? No.
Everything else he had right.
All of it was right. What
hey, Joe, a lot of people are saying, well, Team Canada outplayed you, blah, 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 blah.
Did they win?
Do you buy that crap?
My grandma had wheels. She'd be a bicycle.
I'm glad you went with that phrase instead of the other one.
There's other ones, Joe.
Yeah.
Right here on these airwaves, too. Some people like it. Some people don't.
No.
You know?
Yep.
Joe, like the scene from The Rock when Sean Connery, he's like, what did he say? Tried your best. He goes, losers complain about trying their best. Winners go home and, you know.
Fast lane, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it, Joe.
So, Joe, your thoughts, truthfully, on Emo's Pizza. Do you love Emo's Pizza? Is it true Italian here in St. Louis? Because our guy Anthony's not a fan.
I'm with Anthony. Not a fan.
Thank you.
There's
many a great pizza places here in St. Louis.
Too many. Too many. No, listen, if Emo's is in front of me, I'll crush it. But there's just too many good pie shops here in St. Louis to be isolated to Emo's. It's unfortunate to me, honestly, that St. Louis identifies with just Emo's because there's so many other great pies. But, again, it's in front of me. I'll eat it. But there's many more stops I'm going to before Emo's.
Why do you think that is, Joe? Why do you think? Is it just because it's a unique type of pizza that's why it's recognized as like the St. Louis pizza?
Yeah, I think it's because it originated here. You know, like you go down to Pizza de Gloria on the hill, and, you know, they're doing Neapolitan brick oven style. Well, it wasn't really started here. I mean, it's probably the best brick oven pizza I think that there is here in St. Louis, or close to it. You know, so to me, that's kind of where it's really about where it's originated from, you know. And you go to Union Loafers, I mean, they got this bacon spinach pizza that'll literally knock your socks off, but, you know, it didn't really start here. So I guess the style, you know, someone told me that the Emo guy who started, he was in the tile business, so maybe a little bit about how it's cut. It's cut in that tile shape. Ooh. You know, so all the original essence of it is probably why. But again, it is a little bit unfortunate because to me it doesn't really do justice here for St. Louis, who's got just such unbelievable pizza shops.
Joe, I'm going to switch gears and talk some hockey, some Blues hockey. Games for the Blues start up tomorrow. What do you want to see from this team down the stretch?
I mean, you just want to see proud hockey. You want to see – you just want to – I mean, Jamie wore the uniform. I've watched it since I was a kid. There's one thing that's just been consistent about this franchise, and that's just guys and kids playing hard. Like, just play hard for your city, you know. And this is an honest city. It's a sports-driven city. They understand the situation. They understand where this team's at. They don't expect wins, right? They just want to see a great effort. You know, I think that the Blues before the Olympic break, you know, outside of that Nashville game, the large sum of games in the last 15 going up to the Olympic break, the effort was there. I mean, look at the Dallas Stars, Carey. I mean, the 3 games they played the Stars, all 3 of them you lose in regulation. in around that final minute, which is disappointing. However, you're playing one of the best teams in the league. You're going toe-to-toe with them. You almost send in extra time 3 straight times. To me, like, more of those games, that's okay. You're not going to win a lot of games. You're going to win some games, right? We all know it's going to probably shake down here where the team's going to have a lot of movement, more than likely, and try to continue this rebuild or retool, whatever you're going to call it. But you just want to see good, honest efforts. And I think if the fans see that and the city sees that, that's what they truly appreciate. You're not going to win every game, but let's go out there and let's play just that relentless pursuit of hockey. Let's be physical. You know, I heard Jim Montgomery a couple of days ago talking about puck pursuit. If you lose a battle, recover, go right back after it. Just kind of have that dog on bone style where you just want to gnaw someone's ankles to get that puck back. I think fans will appreciate that. I think that's the culture they're going to start to build here.
Joe Vitale joining us right now on the Fast Lane on 101 at ESPN. Joe, which player do you think has the most to gain for either themselves or their standing with the team? However you want to phrase it, who has the most to gain in the post-Olympic schedule for the Blues?
You know, it's interesting. I don't know why this first name came to my mind. I could go a few different directions, but I really think Jake Neighbors. You know, and what I mean by that is I think, you know, Braden Shen, who's the captain here, he's obviously the lifeline, the blood, and the heartbeat, but he's not going to be here forever. You know, Jake Neighbors, to me, he just has this leadership quality about him that closely mimics Braden. You know, he lived with him on and off for 3 years. You saw the way he conducted himself on and off the ice, his professionalism, the way he treats people, the way he handles media. And Jake's just got a lot of that. And I look at this team now, Stalt, as, okay, now we're moving forward. When a team moves forward like the Blues are right now, you're looking for leaders, especially looking for young leaders. Like who's really going to blossom? Who's really going to come out of their shell and take on a leadership role? Because I think you go back to that 19 team, a lot's happened since that group. And I think one of the pieces that has not gone the Blues' way, this transition, is leaders lost. You know, David Perron, Tyler Bozak, you know, Pat Maroon, Ryan O'Reilly, of course, Alex Pietrangelo. I mean, Jay Bouwmeester goes down with injury. I mean, so many guys that were such great leaders in that room, held the room accountable internally. Now, you know, just one by one, you kind of started losing them. Where I think right now the state of this team, to be fair and just completely honest, is that you have Braden, you have a couple other veteran guys, but there's not a lot of that kind of second layer support. The second layer support of supporting not only the coach but the captain, where when you have that, you know, Jamie's been in those rooms, it really just governs itself. And I don't know if the Blues really have that right now, so they're going to be looking for a lot of young guys to really emerge as leaders. And to me, I think Jake Neighbors just has all the qualities to do it.
Joe, trade deadline coming up, and you know, being on these airwaves for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week, people just think it's really easy to just completely revamp the team overnight. And the Blues, we know, have several no-trade clauses on players that are attractive to other teams, but again, the players hold a power there. You know, realistically, how much do you think Army can get accomplished?
You know, I really don't know, Jamie. I mean, it's a great question. You know, a few years back when O'Reilly got dealt, Tarasenko got dealt, I was saying the same thing. Guys, it's hard to make a hockey trade. It's hard to make a hockey trade. And then, you know, one by one, Tarasenko, gone. Mikula, gone. O'Reilly, gone. Ivan Barbashev, gone for a first-rounder. And you just thought, whoa. Like, it was just one after the other, domino effect. It can be difficult, but if Army's motivated to do and go in a certain direction, I will say that there's not a general manager in this league that can go after it as aggressively as he can. You know, he doesn't have a ton of time. He was at practice the other day at Centene, which I was a little bit surprised by because it was only a couple days after Canada lost. So he did not waste any time coming home from Italy at practice. He's in and around this group. He's in and around this team. And he's got a pretty good pulse on, I think, what direction he wants to go in. I don't think he's going to really have any opportunity to waste any more time, so we'll find out here pretty soon.
Joey, we had Monty on earlier, and he was talking about like the practices the day of the trade deadline or the day before the trade deadline, how it's not really good because a lot of guys are worried about where they're going to be. Talk to us about that feeling. You've been around this team for a number of years. You've been a former player. Just the uncertainty that comes around trade deadline time, whether you're going to be traded or whether one of your teammates is going to be traded, just how that feeling is for a locker room.
Yeah, I tell you what, Carey, I had a hemorrhoid a couple years back.
That's
and I had to go.
It's a real pain in the butt, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. Jamie, thank you. You know what? Yeah, thank you, Jamie. I need you for empathy right now. Thank you, man. Yeah, work hard. You know what? Like, I knew what was coming. They put you up on the table. They put your knees you're in that dog formation. Your knees just go straight up in the air, and the doctor's right behind you, and you know what's coming. And you just got to get through it, Carey. I don't know what else to say, my man. You just got to fight hard and go. Anyway,
We're still talking about hockey?
I did not have this on my bingo card.
It's kind of like that. It's just like, bite your lip, close your eyes, let's go. Let's just get through it. And that's really about it. It's hard, man. Like social media, it's all over the map. Everyone's talking about everything. You can't escape it. Even when you go home, these players' wives, hey, so-and-so's wife sent me this. Is there any validity to that? You're like, no, honey, don't we be reading that stuff? And it's difficult. It's a very tough time. This one's going to be especially tough, I think, for St. Louis because there is so much speculation. There is so much movement that possibly could happen. And it's not just from a couple guys. It's not just a fourth liner like an Oscar Sundqvist who's going to be a UFA after this year. It's not just imagine if a Justin Falk type player was a UFA. Justin Falk still got term, but that's what makes it hard. It's like the players with term, with many years. Those are the names going around. It's your top guys. It's Robert Thomas, right? It's Jordan Kyrou. Even though they have clauses, they can get out of those clauses, and teams and Doug Armstrong and players know that, right? So it's your top guys. Even the possibility of a Jordan Binnington. We're talking about a goaltender that's going to have a statue in front of the Enterprise Center one day, who led the Blues to the first and only right now cup in franchise history. I mean, everyone's got an expiration date. When Wayne Gretzky got traded, right, from the Edmonton Oilers to the LA Kings, when he got traded, I mean, everyone is expendable. Anyone can get dealt. So that for this team is kind of where it's at. You're not in that locker room, Carey, and you're saying, oh, it could be X, Y, or Z. You're looking around. It could be literally anyone, and it could be everyone. That's what's difficult. I think that's what's going to make this one a little bit more emotional and probably lose a lot of sleep for these players.
There you go. Well said, Joe.
Learn something new
So
today.
many different ways, yeah. All right, pal. We'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Joey.
Hey, I'll hold my breath until then. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything, Joe.
Thanks. You too as well.
That's Joe Vitale. You're in the Fast Line on 101 ESPN, former NHL player, of course.
Trade deadline, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Like hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
According to Joe.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Hey, we got a UConn St. John's pregame coming up at 5:45, so we're going to wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. We just talked with Joe Vitale as the Blues take on the Seattle Kraken tomorrow night. Pregame starts at 6 o'clock. Puck drop is at 7. We also talked with Jim Montgomery, Blues head coach. If you missed any of those conversations, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you will find all of our shows there and all of our interviews there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Last night, the Missouri Tigers took down Tennessee in college hoops, 73-69. Unfortunately, the Billikens did lose to Dayton, 77-62. Your St. Louis Cardinals in spring training defeated the Mets 6-0 today. Nolan Gorman with a 3-run blast. We are off early today. We do have some college hoops as Connecticut will take on St. John's. Pregame starts in a little over 10 minutes. 5:45. Tip-off is at 6. We'll wrap up the show next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the 101 app powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Marsh, what'd you learn?
Wow, I learned a lot in that but that last segment that we just had with Joe Vitale. I learned a lot. I also learned that when Carey Davis laughs, he can snort.
Yeah, I did.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
I heard it today.
That was funny.
It was very funny.
Happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Carey, what'd you learn?
I learned that Anthony Stalter is a psycho in the best way possible.
Thank you.
I mean, he will say some things when these mics are turned off, and then the true professional that he is gets right back to work, man. True professional.
Thank you, Carey.
Some of the things he says,
it's really surprising, quite honestly.
Yeah.
It's usually just off of a commercial or like a spot or something like that.
Yeah, the spot today was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of our favorite spots.
Yeah.
It's the Curbs.
Yeah. It's a call.
Save on one end.
Tie game on the other.
Yeah.
Your spin on it was interesting.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Jamie, what'd you learn?
I learned about hemorrhoids in the dog formation, all in one swoop. More than I really wanted to learn about it, but also, then again, very valuable information if you're going through certain things like that.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
What I learned right from Jim Montgomery is that Jamie, of course, is a bi-country lover.
Yeah, he is.
Because he loves Canada and the U.S.
Yes. Both of them.
Both of them.
I do.
Yep. All right, Marsh. Got any criticisms or compliments? Would you like to go to the 3 stars?
We did get a text from Biscuit.
Hey, Biscuit.
Oh, hi, Biscuit.
Biscuit texted in, my wife heard the emos question, and she asked me, where is Anthony from? I've been listening for over 10 years, and I realized I have no fast lane idea. LOL. I can tell you where he's been. Oh. No idea where he is from.
Where have you been, Anthony?
I don't know. Kind of intrigued now.
Yeah.
Been everywhere.
I can tell where he's been.
I've been everywhere.
I don't know what she means by that.
Yeah, nobody knows. It's kind of like the Simpson thing. You know?
Springfield.
Yep.
Or like Kaiser Sose.
Yeah.
You know, just not quite sure.
Not quite sure.
All of a sudden, Anthony's walking normal one day.
Yeah.
You're like, what happened?
After a limp, Marsh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a text from 719. Here's what I learned today. Marsh has perfected the Saliga jingle, but he really needs to work on the Universal Windows Direct jingle. That's okay.
That's that's constructive criticism. You have been praised for your Saliga, as well you should.
Yeah.
That's a crap sandwich.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, if I can push back a little on the text, is this is all new.
This is the new read, yeah.
Marshy's been working on this Liga for many, many moons now. And this new one, Marshy wasn't even asked to do it. He's he's giving more of himself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And as Marshy gives of himself, I want to make sure we take it. We receive it.
What?
And we enjoy it.
What?
Yeah, the new jingle.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm willing to give him, a second chance, third chance.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports.
Good idea.
No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book. Now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, let's see here. Our 3rd star of the day, I just mentioned it, Carey's snort. Got to give it a star today.
Good old snort, man. Unintentional.
Our 2nd star of the day goes out to the word calamity.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Carey brought up today.
All over the scorecard today.
Yeah, that's what we should be.
Game ball.
What do you say?
I said get him a
You should
game
get him a
ball.
game ball.
Game ball?
Yeah. What's wrong? Everything's
We got a game ball for sure, and that goes out to our 1st star of the day, which is our Bi Nation lover,
Bi Nation.
Jamie Barry Rivers.
Oh, yeah.
Bi Nation Barry.
Well deserved, Jamie. Well deserved. Yeah. Don't forget, we have, again, UConn and St. John's pregame at 5:45. Tip-off at 6 o'clock. Blues back in action tomorrow as they take on the Kraken. Pregame right here on 101 ESPN starting at 6 o'clock. The puck will drop at 7 o'clock on the Blues Radio Network. You can listen to all the coverage right here on 101 ESPN.
I got a question from the 618. So, where is Anthony from?
No, we're not. That's up to you.
We won't divulge that.
Yeah, that's up to you.
A Mad Libs.
Some believe New York, some believe
Chicago.
Detroit, some believe Chicago, some believe San Jose, some believe
Where else?
Atlanta.
Yeah, 314 says he's from San Jose. It's a suburb of Atlanta.
There you go.
Clearly.
There you go. Yeah.
Some things are best left untold.
That's a choose your own adventure type thing.
Not for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It's not everyone's
I like those
business.
ones.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still
Carey,
talking
you were there.
cities.
Yeah.
But sure. Or again, like one of those books. Choose your own adventure books.
Yeah.
Speaking of adventure, I told you guys I was babysitting last night for my niece and nephew. We did a scavenger hunt.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
Did you put it on?
I did. I put it on for the
good
kids.
thinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are a fun uncle.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's break this down because
Funkle.
this is a wonderful idea to keep them busy for an extended period of time. However,
The bar has been set high.
the bar's been set. But however, what did the house look like after they scavenged through everything looking for things?
No, it was clean. Like we left it the same way, or even better than we found it, and it was pretty easy. I had these clues, and of course, somebody took their Beanie Babies.
What?
Yeah, no, they were gone. They were lost. Those things were lost, but they left clues.
Were they upset?
Well, they were upset, of course, that they were lost, but they.
The whole story.
The Beanie Babies left clues as to how
Where
to
they were.
find them, and so we, there were different clues scattered throughout the house.
What an
that
emotional roller
they had to
coaster
go
for those
find.
children.
They did a great job, great teamwork.
They found them all.
They found them all, and they were really excited.
Did you and Rachel put this on?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
Who had
You guys want to come over to the Stalter household?
It was my idea. It was
Your
my
idea? Okay.
So Rachel had them painting. They were doing painting stuff.
Makes sense.
And then I was, sneaking around the house, just casually putting the clues where they needed to be. They had no idea.
How long did it take
was
you to
awesome.
steal all their toys?
Well, this is where my brother and my sister-in-law come into play. It was more of a team effort on our part.
So you guys had this big elaborate thing planned for these children.
Hopefully they're not listening.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Those Beanie Babies were stolen.
Did they find them all?
They found them.
I think it's wonderful.
I think that's awesome. Yeah.
I think the bar's pretty high.
You and Rachel will come over to the Stalter household at any point. You can watch
keep,
the kids.
The Rivers boys busy for hours. Just hide those little airplane bottles all over the house. Braden's still looking for one I hit 3 weeks ago.
That's hilarious. When we went to see some family in New York last summer, they have like it's right off the Hudson River, so they have like this little beach area where my aunt lives. And I look over, or actually it was Killian. Killian like looked over. He's like, "What's this?" And it was one of those airplane bottles, right? I'm like, "I must have washed on shore." No, my aunt put together like an Easter egg hunt for all the adults.
And put the
adults.
The airplane bottles.
The airplane bottles. They hit all the air. outside. And it was just one that was left over they never found. Like, that's a
Did you let him have a little swig?
Brilliant idea. Killian? No. Lincoln already drank it. So.
It was empty. Lincoln got there first.
Yeah. No. Just kidding.
No, just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying. You know, you got people out there that
would think it's true.
They would love to lock me up, you know?
Why?
Who knows?
Carey, you know why.
I do know why.
What?
Man, listen.
Come on. You know, let's just end this thing. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter.